left-hand side. And
all right, what's up, ninjas? We are live streaming the YNW Melly murder case. Just started, so let's go ahead and see what they're talking about. I think they're recapping some of the events.
if I recall correctly, the shots were to the clarify.
Is to say, but you didn't consider that that is a possibility because you're saying that it couldn't have happened. And he actually got up there and demonstrated why couldn't it have been like this from outside of the car. And they showed that jury the 4 chairs as if the people were actually sitting in those chairs so they could understand where the bullets were coming from. So yes, he did say it had to be in the back seat. He did say it had to be on the left side. And in fact, he even said once it could have been Henry based on the height of all of the individuals involved.
And we know that Henry, I believe, was driving the car. So that becomes an interesting question. Now, the cross-examination, you mentioned it a little bit, the points that the defense was trying to make. Walk me through what were some of the points you think they made? And also, I believe it's going to go into cross-examination today. Where do you think they're going to go more with cross-examining this reconstruction expert?
Well, they just began the cross-examination, so I think they're going to try to hit home that these other...
What's up, guys? We are live. I'm just going to do some notifications. I'll enlarge this for you guys so you can get an update of what's been going on.
I think he's also going to try to establish that we don't know it was Melly. It could have been anybody. We know he got in the car because of that video from the studio of him getting in the car, but we don't know what happened after that. So 2 things, Jesse. One, we don't know exactly who it was sitting back there, and we don't know if, in fact, it was someone who was sitting back there. So the possibilities are endless. And I think what we're going to try to establish on the defense side is that's exactly right. He has not proven, the prosecution, she hasn't proven beyond a reasonable doubt that it was Melly in that car, that he was holding the gun, and that it was he who shot the 2 victims.
Can I tell you, I'm a little surprised at the prosecution because didn't we hear yesterday that they have more of a case to present? My understanding was the defense wanted to put on their case and the prosecution was like, no, we got more witnesses. What can you tell us about that?
Well, there was a little, acrimony between the 2 sides about a notice of a deposition. There's one witness, Trevion Glass. He was in, remember, there were 2 cars in the studio parking lot when they were leaving. And there's this red Mitsubishi. And apparently Trevion Glass was in one of those cars. He was in the second car. And he has been noticed for a deposition. And the prosecution was basically saying, this is a last minute notice, but the defense literally just received the address and there was some, scheduling issues as far as whether or not he would be deposed and whether or not he would actually respond to the subpoena. So that's one of the witnesses that the prosecution is saying they want to call. I don't know if that person is going to show up, and if not, we won't see him. But basically, the prosecution is saying, look, we do have a little more before we actually rest.
Yeah. Do you have any idea about who else the prosecution might call, or even how long it's going to go for?
Yeah, the prosecution actually said they had one other witness. It was unclear who that witness was. So the expectation that I'm hearing so far is just 2 individuals, Trevion Glass and this other individual. After that, I believe that will be the end of the case because they haven't mentioned anyone else. As I said, they already had all of the medical examiners. They've got this crime scene reconstructionist. I think that was probably one of their most important witnesses. He's tying everything all together. One thing I noticed, Jesse, is that we do a poll on the YouTube, and so far it has been up in the 70s as far as not guilty. It went down a little bit yesterday and the day before, and I think it was because of the medical examiner and also because this reconstructionist sort of tied in together what the medical evidence showed.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this is testimony that we have been waiting for to establish the shooting came from inside the vehicle and possibly where the defendant was sitting. Do we have any idea about the defense's case? They seemed ready, primed to go. Do we know which direction they're going to go in?
I'm positive they're going to have a crime scene reconstructionist who's going to say that it is absolutely possible to have someone outside of that car shooting, and that you cannot definitely tell, that the other bullets were bullets that were received after the individual died. So they might have a medical expert on as well to sort of refute the two main pieces of the prosecution's testimony that's gone in so far, that medical exam and that reconstructionist. They have to address those issues, in my opinion. If I were defending this case, those are the two areas that I want to focus on. And Jesse, they may also have individuals who were in that other car. I don't know at this point if they're going to call them.
Yep.
So, that remains to be seen.
And let me ask you about the defendant. We're showing right now B-roll video of him in court. How did he behave yesterday in court? Because as we always say, he was quite animated the first few days, yawning, smiling, laughing, blowing kisses, anything like that?
He has been very serious, Jesse, as this trial winds down, as the prosecution's case begins to get to an end here. I think maybe he's heard what people were saying online as far as him being so animated. But I think for the last week or two, he has been extremely serious, focusing, looking at the monitor so he can see what the exhibits are showing, looking at the witness, focusing very much on what's going on in that trial.
Yeah, because it's starting to get serious now.
To the audience to see his family. He smiles when they come in, and I think that gives him some comfort. Yesterday, his mother was there as always, and his grandmother was there. We also saw his younger brother come in, and they have a very close relationship, and I definitely think that makes him feel a bit more comforted.
Anybody else in the courtroom there? Maybe the supporters of the victims, the family members of the victims at all?
The courtroom is separated in two areas. The area on the left side is for the defense. The area on the right side is for the victim's family. They have come in and out, but the presence has not been sustained. I think there have been times there have been more. I believe the mothers of the victims have been in there. They don't stay for the duration. I know for a fact when they put up those photos from the medical examiner's office, they had a hard time and went and stepped out. So it's not as full on the other side. I'm sure it's a very difficult case for them, and perhaps that's the reason that they haven't been coming all day, every day.
Understandable. Terry Austin, thank you.
Those are the pictures that we talked about, guys, the other day that, Law and Crime didn't want to show because for obvious reasons, they didn't want to get demonetized.
I see.
All right, everybody. For now, we're going to take a quick break here at the network. And when we come back, we're going to see if we can go live. In the meantime, we want to show you a special report from Sierra Gillespie.
All right. So while we wait for them to on their little break, so I'll give you guys a quick little update on what went down yesterday. Basically, what went down yesterday was they had one of the detectives come in and they basically reconstructed the shooting, guys. And let me show y'all what I mean by this. So you come on over, right? We're going to go. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Like the video on your way in, please. Let's see here. Where are we at? We're gonna go, Law and Crime, right? Network. And actually, just so y'all know, the Parkland shooting school officer, he's on trial for not doing anything right now. I think he's gonna get the verdict today. But if you go live, so what the hell? Bro, why are they making this shit so difficult? The hell? Bro. Okay. All right, yeah. So this was from yesterday, right? So I'll show y'all some of this. So they had this detective come in, right, and testify. And what they basically did, which is smart that they did this.
The driver, Cortland Henry's shirt on the front.
So right there, my friends, hold on, if Law Network can freaking put the ISO down there. Okay, thank God. All right. So what they basically did, guys, was they reconstructed the shooting, okay? And they put the detectives in the place to show what basically went down with the shooting, bro. And y'all can see here, this is wild. And basically, like I told y'all before, right? The bullet went into the cheek and out the brain of his friend Chris, if I'm not mistaken, right? And they did a little diagram to see how far it was about. You can see here, where it hit. And then for the first person, they did it for the first person as well. And I want you guys to look at this real fast. So look at this. This is what Melly saw, okay, when he was out here, you know, doing what he does. This is basically what ended up happening. And you guys remember from the medical examiner testimony, right, that she testified that the bullet went in like through the back of the head, like that area where like the head and neck almost connect, right? And that was the fatal shot. So this is basically what Melly saw, right? And then the other thing too, I want y'all to notice something very interesting that was brought up is that, see this little thing right here? There was a little bit of speculation.
All rise, court now in session. The Honorable John Murphy presiding.
Okay, there's a judge coming in, whatever. We don't care about that right now. You know, going back to this, right? They were speculating that the bullet ejected, hit the top of this thing, and then landed back down here. Let me enlarge this for y'all real quick so you know what I'm talking about. Let me get my ugly mug out the way. So, as you guys know, with a semi-automatic pistol, right? You know what, man? I'm about to hook y'all up on Fender right now. Give me 1 sec. What they always teach you guys, gun safety. Gun always pointed in a safe direction, right? Boom. Eject the magazine. Boom. Get that bullet out. Make sure it's empty. Cool. Boom. Now the gun is safe. We can see in there. Touch in there. Look away. Touch in there again. Boom. Gun is safe. Now we're working with a safe gun, right? So, only on Feta, by the way, y'all are going to get sauce like this, man. Ain't nobody else going to do this shit for you. Anyway, right? So here's the gun, right? Here's the gun. Okay? So, as you guys know, again, it's empty as you guys can see here, right? Boom. No magazine in it. Completely safe. Gun's always pointed in a safe direction. Finger always off the trigger as always, right? So, when you shoot, right? What's going to happen is when you pull that trigger, boom, you pull the trigger, the gun's going to come like this, and it's going to eject a bullet out of it, okay? And when that bullet comes out, it's going to fly out. And then what's going to happen is another bullet is going to be loaded into the chamber, okay? Basically, this magazine, right, feeds the bullets in. So as you pull the trigger, it ejects the spent shell casing out from here, right? That shit is hot, by the way. If you ever get it in your shirt, you know what I'm talking about. Burns, right? It's hot, comes out, and then another bullet goes in, right? Cool. Right, and that's a Glock 17. This is actually what I used to use on my raids all the time, guys. This was like my main service weapon here. You know, got the light on it and all that, right? Anyway, it's not a switch, guys. It's a light. Anyway, so the reason why I say that is to show you guys. Going back here. And guys, don't worry. I'll go to the range. I will go to the range and shoot. I know a lot of y'all been wanting me to like go ahead and go to the range and shoot. I'll go with Fresh for one of his vlogs, and I will go ahead and shoot at the range, and I'll give y'all a full tutorial on how to properly shoot a gun. Okay, I got y'all. You guys got my word. I will go out to a range. But anyway, what's important here is here's Melly's vantage point, right? Okay, and here is the first sack chaser where he was sitting. So the bullet comes out, ejects, hits here, and then falls down here. That's one of the speculations, right? As you guys know, one of the rounds was found right here at the bottom section of the vehicle, in the floorboard of the passenger seat. So, yeah, this is pretty powerful stuff yesterday, right? And then they show some photos here. This is from yesterday, guys. I'm giving y'all a quick little recap. Okay. This is the detective that testified, right? Let's see here. And then they did the exhibition. They did it. Okay. So this, right? And then you obviously got the guy to the side. They did a distance, right? They go over some of these situations. Okay. And then some more. What else here? Oh. Yeah, here's the 8 bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there was one more here that might not be pictured because they found 8 spent shell casings, if I'm not mistaken, based on the report on the affidavit, right? So, anyway, I think y'all get the idea. Let's go back to the live trial and see what's going on here, what the judge is talking about. They got this shit off? Bruh. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay, so that works. The sound here is just not on, is what it is. Yeah, where is the sound? Okay, yeah, so it's still off for some odd reason. Okay, whatever. Let's go back to the recap from yesterday. So let's see here. More pictures. That was the big thing, is what they did is they basically like recreated the scene for y'all. And then they cross-examined him, it looks like. Yeah, let's watch a little bit of this cross-examining from yesterday. This is one of Melly's lawyers, by the way, guys.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. And you know that that car had been searched at least 3 times before,
I
right?
had no idea how many times it's been searched.
Okay. And do you know if they were wearing Smurf suits when they were rummaging through the car?
I have no idea. I wasn't there.
Now, the blood on Cortland, the blood on that yellow, what was it, a jacket?
I don't know quite what that was.
I want to show you.
Rain or something.
I want to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 31. Matter of fact, let me put it up here.
Can I look at them first, sir?
Sure.
It just distilled something. Let me get it.
Let me see if this is just back. Okay.
Defendant, his counsel, the assistant state attorneys. I understand, ladies and gentlemen, jury,
All right, we're back to the live feed, guys. Let's see what they're talking about here.
ready to proceed. State ready?
Yes, sir.
Spence?
Yes, sir.
And it was made clear to me a few minutes ago that the state's next witness is going to be called out of turn. There's no objection. Is that right?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, so let's do that. Bring in the jury.
There's 500 of you guys in here. Do me a favor. Please like the video because I know I probably got demonetized for pulling out my gun. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm looking now. I definitely got demonetized for pulling out the gun. So go ahead and like the video for me, guys, because at the end of the day, I don't do this for the money. I do this so the channel can grow and you guys can get some education. Because to be honest, these true crime channels piss me off because a lot of these chicks and true crimers don't know what the fuck they're talking about, where they're just out here yapping, putting makeup on, you know, haven't arrested anyone in their life, never written a police report in their life, never worked with another agency in their life, never done anything, to be honest with y'all. So I want to make sure I give you all that value. Like I said before, this channel isn't to make money. It's to get some reach, give you guys some value. They doxed me and thought it would be bad. Well, they were stupid. So let's keep running with the content, guys.
Harping?
81.
Jury entering?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Please be seated. For the record, once again, for this jury, the defendant, defense counsel, attorneys. Ladies and gentlemen, I trust you had a nice night, and we're ready to begin now. The state indicated that they wanted to call a witness out of turn. In fact, Sergeant Williams is here, but he's just waiting outside as a short witness the state wanted to put on now out of turn. The defense indicated they had no objection to that. So we're going to call that witness first. Who is the witness?
Sean Newman.
Good morning. Are you Ms. Sean?
Yes.
Welcome. What I'd like to do is remain standing, raise your right hand and be sworn.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
All right, so they're swearing this lady in. Let's see who she is.
Please state your full legal name for the record.
Sean Newman.
Please spell the first and last name for the court reporter.
First name is Tashaun. Last name NEWMAN.
Thank you. Please have a seat.
I want the record.
Ms. Newman, there's a microphone in front of you. It's pointing straight up. It should be moving down. All right? Just that way. All set?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you state your name and where you're currently employed?
My name is Tashaun Newman, and I work for the Florida Department of Transportation Turnpike Enterprise.
Okay, and what is your role or your assignment currently?
I am the account research manager. I oversee the department that does extensive research into accounts, as well as we fulfill public records requests.
Okay, and prior to your position as an account research manager, what was your position?
Financial investigator.
And what were your duties as a financial investigator?
A large portion of that position was fulfilling public records for law enforcement as well as for our legal department.
Okay, and in this particular case, back on or about October of 2018, did you receive a subpoena, not you specifically, but the corporation?
All right, so it looks like this woman works for the Department of Transportation, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what her link is.
A subpoena regarding video surveillance from October 26th of 2018.
Yes, I do.
And in the form of legal service, correct? Either subpoena or public records.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you fulfill that request?
Yes, I did.
And are video surveillance kept in the normal course of business by your department?
Yes, they are.
And are they essentially made out of near the time of the event, here specifically October 26th of 2018, and routinely kept?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, I will be showing defense counsel to mark this case while we will kept for identification purposes. May I approach the witness?
Yes.
And Ms. Newman, did you have an opportunity prior to your testimony to review the USB?
Yes, I did.
And what is it?
It's USB with the various videos of the toll roads on the express lanes.
From October 26th of 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it?
Okay. Now it makes sense, I think. I was trying to figure out why the hell they had this woman here testifying. Okay, I think what they're going to do is they're going to, excuse me, guys. What they're going to do is they're going to have her testify to the tolls. And what they're probably going to do is they're going to do this to, I'm speculating here, but they're probably going to try to get the fact that they had YNW Bortland driving through certain areas contrary to what he had told the police. That's what I think they're going to do. I think they're still going through debunking YNW Bortland's story that they had been victims of a drive-by. That's what I think she's going to testify to here. So that would make sense because you do need someone to come in and basically it's like verifying the records, someone to testify to said records. So, okay, let's see here. This might be, this is going to be interesting. All right. Cool. Let's keep running it.
In the same or substantially the same condition as when you last reviewed it?
Yes, it is.
Any alterations or deletions that you can see?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, the state reviewed this evidence states quadruple F, that states 81.
Is there any objection?
No, sir.
Like the fucking video. Who's gonna give y'all insight like this, man? God damn, some other idiot would be watching like, what's the man from the Department of Justice testifying in a trial? Why? Because they're a bunch of fucking retards. Stupid. It's 9:30 in the morning. Your boy still hasn't slept. You know what time it is, aka? I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. This is my home. They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here.
Thank you, it'll be admitted.
Oh, and we got Scott Ritter coming on the fucking show later, bro. We think we're gonna do it at 8:30 p.m. We going hard in the paint right now, baby.
States quadruple F, trademark states 81.
No request to publish at this time, Your Honor. No further questions.
Counsel, is there any cross-examination of this witness?
I have no trouble.
Thank you. Adam, thank you very much. May you step down?
Thank you.
You're excused. Who's your next witness? We're back on with Sergeant Williams. We have Sergeant Williams come in, please. It'll be a minute, ladies and gentlemen.
As usual, they're they're muting it for a second, waiting for the stuff to go down. So being lame as usual. All right, I'll read some of these chats real quick while we're up. We got here me at start of the lib. Lock his ass up. Time saved. Okay, fair enough. And then we got Nerd Geek Talk. W. Myron is the only who break this case down. Yeah, man, bro. I'm here for the people, man. I'm here for y'all, baby. I still haven't slept. I actually came from the gym a little bit ago. There's no breaks on this train. There's no breaks on this train, man. I remember days back in the days, bro, when I worked for the government. Y'all really want to know how crazy it used to be? Guys, there were days. Get some fucking. There were days where I would leave my house on a Monday and I wouldn't get home until fucking like Thursday, guys. That's how much I used to work when I was on the border, man. Like, y'all be wondering, like, yo, Myron, how do you know so much? It's because like you can't not work when you're on the border, like as an HSI agent. Like, there's no way. Ask anyone that's on the southwest border that works for HSI, Customs, Border Patrol, bro. There's not enough people, and you're gonna be overworked, man. So I learned from a very young age that you got to make things happen, man. You just got to make things happen. Let's see here. We got Melly and his legal team here. Looks like there's no sound still. Shout out to Broward County Courthouse.
Along with the defendant, anything to discuss? No? You need a restroom break this time?
No, sir.
All right, we're in recess. Thank you.
It's always happening.
Recess? What the hell? Y'all niggas just started. Come on, man. All right. Like, what the fuck, man? Okay, recess. I guess they got to get their stuff together or whatever it may be. All right, let's see here. We'll go back to recapping yesterday what went down. Let's see here. Let's go back. Oh yeah, they're covering the Kohlberger joint too as well. Here, if you guys remember, I covered this case. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 for y'all. There's been a lot of new breaks on this case, the Kohlberger case. I broke it when it officially came out, but yeah. Yo, real quick question. I've been watching this guy. I want to get y'all opinion on this. Yeah, y'all the OGs, y'all watching here. You guys are. I like this channel a lot right here. This guy, shout out to Donut Operator. He does a lot of breakdowns, shooting breakdowns. I could do this too, to be honest with y'all. I have quite a bit of tactical experience. The only thing, though, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all, bro. You gonna get demonetized immediately. I may have to make a whole other channel for this, but let me know if y'all would be interested in that. Give me ones in the chat if you guys would be interested in me like doing breakdowns on shootings and stuff like this. Because I could do this all day. I did a bit with the active shooter cases, and y'all loved that joint. Y'all really liked it. So, yeah. Yeah, if you guys want that, give me ones in the chat. Oh shit. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, y'all want that. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, because I have a lot of tactical experience, guys. I just don't brag about that joint. I think it's corny, you know what I mean? We used to make fun of guys that were like super tactical when I was on a job. We used to call it like the guys that would, be wearing 5'11" pants and like an America shirt and a baseball cap with the American flag on it. We used to make fun of guys like that. You know what I mean? Or they wear a fisherman vest. Oh Lord, bro. We used to have jokes for those guys for days. 5'11" pants, the fisherman vest. Like that's the old school FBI just used to do that shit, wear the fisherman vest, or they wear them dumbass tactical button-down shirts. Bro, with the Oakley sunglasses, all right, man, you want to scream cops some more? Come on, dude. So, and those guys were always the ones that were super tactical. Hey, bro, you gotta be tactical, man. Used to make fun of them niggas, man. Of course, I was fairly, I wasn't on the SWAT team or anything like that, but I was fairly tactically sound. I would go to the trainings and take it very seriously. But bro, you got two different types of guys. You got guys that are really good case agents. Then you got guys that are tackleberries, right? Very rarely do you find guys that are tackleberries that are good case agents. Are they there? Absolutely. But far and few between. Because the thing is for you to be the most optimally tactical guy, right? You're going to have to train a lot. When you train a lot, you can't do a lot of casework. So the two counterbalance each other. You know what I mean? Or excuse me, the two counteract each other. So if you're going to be a really strong case agent, you're probably not going to be the highest level of tackleberry. But I mean, stuff like this, man, I could easily break this stuff down. I mean, this is basic tactics. I mean, this isn't like barricaded subjects and shit like that. This is, coming into contact with people and somewhat tactical situations. This isn't like, hostage negotiation, rescue, or, disarming a bomb. None of that crazy stuff. So this stuff I could easily break down for y'all. So if y'all want me to do that, man, I could do some of this for y'all too, man. The only thing with this is I'm gonna have to start a whole channel for this. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Because if I start doing this stuff, the channel's immediately gonna get age restricted and everything's gonna go yellow and demonetized. And the problem with that, guys, right? It's not about the money for me. I don't give a shit. It's about the reach. When you get demonetized, guys, they significantly reduce your channel's reach. It's bad. That's why if you look, he has a whole other channel. So look,
We're going to be talking.
he's smart. I actually like that he does this. Okay. It's bad.
And thanks for coming back to Law and Crime, everybody. Day 11 has.
All right, hold on. He's smart. This is what he does. He has his main channel where he, it's cleaned up breakdown. Then he has this where he actually puts the raw footage up, right? And then boom, look at that, age restricted immediately, right? Of course. So
They were going to be talking.
but yeah, shout out to him, man. Oh, wow, am I not subscribed on this channel? Yeah, subscribed on Fresh Affair. My bad. Yeah, good channel. Shout out to him, man. But yeah, so that's how he gets around it. But yeah, man, but either way, even by doing all that, I guarantee his videos are still probably getting demonetized all the time and everything else like that. It's just a tricky subject, unfortunately. But if y'all want it, I'll find a way to make it happen for y'all, because it seems like you guys want this stuff. And I could easily do breakdowns like this as well. It's something else also that I'm versed in. I just don't talk about it often because it's corny, bro. We used to make fun of tackleberries, you know what I mean? I know for y'all, you guys are like, yo, that's so rad, that's lit. But for if you're in law enforcement, bro, you make fun of guys that are tackleberries. You just make fun of them. As anyone, God, I wish there was someone in here that was like a detective or a special agent or some shit like that. That can please vouch for me saying this, bro. You make fun of the tackleberries. Please, someone in here. Is anyone in here in law enforcement that can vouch for me on this? Come on. Okay. Anyway, let's read the chats. Or actually, oh, my bad. I'll read the chats after. Let's see what this guy got to say and get back to the trial.
Just begun in the YNW Melly double murder trial, where 24-year-old Jamel Demons stands accused of killing his two friends back in October of 2018. Now, before the break, we were listening to the cross-examination of the state's reconstruction expert. And although he's not done with his testimony, the state just called a witness out of order this morning. So let's start there and see what's going on.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you say your name and where you're currently employed?
My name is Tashara Newman, and I work for the Florida Department of Transportation Turnpike Enterprise.
Okay, and what is your
All right, Florida Department of Transportation, guys. I guarantee she's probably going to testify to some of the photos and everything else like that were shown where the vehicle was driving.
role or your assignment?
Because keep in mind, guys, YNW Portland stupidly said that they were shot at right around Interstate 75.
I am the account research manager. I oversee the department that does extensive research into accounts, as well as we fulfill public records requests.
Okay, and prior to your position as an account research manager, what was your position?
Financial investigator.
And what were your duties as a financial investigator?
A large portion of that position was fulfilling public records for law enforcement, as well as for our legal department.
Okay.
Translation. This woman's job is she works for the Department of Transportation, and she fulfills when police officers or law enforcement or special agents or anybody from any law enforcement agency sends a request for Department of Transportation records, she fulfills that need. So anytime, guys, you have, whether it's a phone company, bank, etc., they almost always have some type of law enforcement compliance unit, okay? So if let's say I still worked for HSI and I wanted something from the Department of Transportation, I would send a subpoena and or a request to them, and it will get fulfilled. And it will probably get fulfilled by someone like this who works in the compliance unit that can come in and testify to the records. Okay?
And this
Like the goddamn video. Y'all ain't gonna get sauce like this anywhere else, man. I haven't even slept yet.
particular case, back on or about October of 2018, did you receive a subpoena, not you specifically, but the corporation, received a subpoena regarding video surveillance from October 26th of 2018?
Yes, they do.
And in the form of legal.
All right, she's asking, did you receive a subpoena for records on October 26th? If y'all remember, when was that day? The day Melly decided to his friends.
Correct, either subpoena or public records.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you fulfill that request?
Yes, I did.
And are video surveillance kept in the normal course of business by your department?
Yes, they are.
And are they essentially made out of near the time of the event, here specifically October 26th of 2018, and routinely kept?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, I will be showing defense counsel to mark this case probable kept for identification purposes. May I approach the witness?
Yes.
And Ms. Newman, did you have an opportunity prior to your testimony to review the USB?
Yes, I did.
And what is it?
It's USB with various videos of the totals on the express lanes.
From October 26th of 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it in the same or substantially the same condition as when you last reviewed it?
Yes, it is.
Any alterations or deletions that you can see?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, the state reviewed this evidence, states quadruple F.
All right, I just got to address this because this is a typical low IQ comment that a moron always says. Bro, let me tell you something.
You stupid.
A Fed is a professional rat. LMAO, they are necessary, but a spade is a spade. See, when people make comments like this, I can tell that they're low IQ. My friend, you are a fucking retard. Matter of fact, you don't even deserve for me to pronounce it correctly. You are a retard. You are a retard. All right? Feds aren't rats because they take an oath to uphold the Constitution, tell the truth, enforce the law. Okay? The rat is the person that works for the Fed. Okay? So I wasn't the rat. I controlled the rat so that they can go ahead and get the information. If you decide to commit crimes and you take an oath to the streets, cool. That's your decision if you decide to betray that oath and become a snitch and become a rat. But if I take an oath to the United States Constitution and I enforce the law, I am not a rat. You fucking dumbass. Holy shit, man. Like, it is amazing to me.
You stupid.
How dumb people really are. There's a difference between informants and law enforcement officers. If you're sworn to take an oath and you're a special agent, a detective, an investigator of some kind, an inspector, whatever the fuck agency you work for, That is not the same as being a rat. You fucking retard. Holy shit, man. Bro, I guess common sense isn't so common anymore, huh? Fucking retard.
That states 81.
Is there any objection?
No, sir.
Thank you. It'll be admitted.
States quadruple F, Myron states 81.
Like, bro, this isn't like one of these low IQ hip hop channels where we're gonna like sit here and be like, oh yeah, bro, like yeah, pigs or whatever, cool. You want to call me a pig, cool, I'll take that. But you want to call me a rat, that doesn't make sense. Rats are informants. Informants and law enforcement officers are not the same thing. This is not a fucking retard street nigga podcast where we talk about stupid shit like that and incorrectly label things. All right. If we're gonna talk about law enforcement, talk about cases or whatever, we're gonna label shit the right way. Even the fucking guy that was undercover, right? That was testifying. Every fucking retard was calling him an undercover agent. He's not an undercover agent. He's an undercover Broward County Sheriff's Office fucking deputy that does gang investigations, firearms, and drugs. He's on a fucking gang task force. This is what like, it amazes me how so many people on YouTube don't know what the fuck they're talking about mentioning this shit. Why? Because they're not law enforcement. They've never arrested anybody. They've never investigated a case, never controlled an informant, never written a report, never testified in court, never testified in a trial, never put witnesses together, never did any of this shit. But they're talking as if they did. The reality is a lot of these people that cover the crime shit don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And they label things incorrectly. Then I get dumbasses that come in here in the chat that say a bunch of retarded shit that isn't true. The fuck you mean? Oh, you're a rat. What? A special agent is a rat, you retard. They control the rats. If you're going to come on this fucking channel, we do shit correctly, properly. We label shit the right way. We know what the fuck we're talking about over here. No low IQ retards over here, bro. Like, so if you want to take that street nigga mentality of like, oh, if you're a Fed, you must be a rat. Get the fuck out of here. You're a retard. You're fucking dumb. You are literally dumb. And it's annoying correcting you fucking dumb, low IQ, street nigga retards that be coming in here thinking that this shit is no jumper. I love Adam. No offense, but bro, that's like some shit that they be talking about over there. You are not a rat if you are law enforcement. That makes zero sense. That's the dumbest thing I ever, when I hear street dudes talk like that, I'm just like, you're low IQ, bro. You're low IQ. Literally low IQ. You know what I mean? So, bro, come on, man. Like we're operating at a different plane here when it comes. If we're gonna do criminal case breakdowns, we're gonna do it correct. We're gonna label things correctly. We're not gonna call sheriff's deputies undercover agents on Fed Reacts. That's not how we roll. We label things correctly. We use a proper vernacular. We know what the fuck we're talking about over here. All right. And if I don't know, I will tell y'all I don't know. But I will either find you guys the answer or I'll find y'all the answer. Then no excuse. If I don't know, I'm gonna find y'all the answer. All right. So it is what it is.
No request to publish at this time, Your Honor. No further questions.
Counsel, is there any cross-examination of this witness? Thank you, Madam. Thank you very much.
Okay, rather short but sweet there. So, Jamie, it seems to me that really she was just called to authenticate what is going to be surveillance footage, if I heard that correctly. And I find it interesting because I was wondering, would the state...
Did I or did I not call it for y'all?
Just finish up their case after the state reconstruction expert, but clearly not. They have more that they want to introduce. What else do you think that they want to do in their case?
Well, I think they're trying to help the expert as far as his conclusions. And I think this particular witness, while they didn't go into great detail, which surprised me, I think, she probably could have put people in a particular place if there in fact was surveillance that she was the custodian of. And so I think we're going to hear more. If we're going to hear any evidence, it's going to be in the attempt to help out this particular expert with his conclusions. And I think that's what this witness was all about.
And now, Doctor, we're still kind of left with thinking about this week. I'm reflecting on it myself. And I think that yesterday and the testimony of the medical examiner, maybe the surveillance footage, That's going to resonate more for me in this case in terms of who the actual shooter is. I don't know how much all of the motive evidence helped. Whether I'm talking about the idea that the defendant was part of a gang and whether or not he killed these two individuals to show his oath or loyalty. Now, of course, that evidence will be important in terms of if he's convicted and this goes to...
All right, they just randomly move back to the judge. But yeah, guys.
Let's get back on record.
Yeah, guys. But my goal here on this pod is to give you guys the facts. And honestly, I want y'all to be smarter than the rest of the true crime community, which is filled with a bunch of morons, to be honest with y'all. So that's what it is. I want y'all to be like head and shoulders above other people that watch true crime. Like, oh, no, like, actually, this is what it is. You know, there's a difference between the FBI and DEA. There's a difference between HSI and ATF. This is, oh, I can tell just by looking at this investigation, it's a federal case. You know the difference between federal and state cases. Like, bro, 99% of people can't tell the differences in this stuff. My goal is so that you guys go watch this content and then be able to critically assess and look at other criminal cases on your own and be able to properly look at them, see what type of case it is, identify if it's a federal case, a state case, etc. Because that all makes a big difference, guys. That's what I want y'all to be able to have the skill set to do. You know?
Gentlemen, thank you. Please be seated. Let the record once again reflect the presence of our defendant, Mr. Demons, his counsel, the assistant state attorneys, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and our witness, Christopher Williams, Sergeant Williams, remains on the stand. Sergeant, I just remind you, you still remain under oath, all right? And I think we're going to go with your cross-examination.
Yes, I have nothing more for Sergeant Williams. Thank you.
Okay. Further questions? All right. Is there any redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Sergeant. How are you?
Good morning, Myron.
So with regards to the autopsy.
All right, this is a detective that testified yesterday. He's back in a white suit.
Things that you reviewed, how were you able to get the approximate shoulder width of Mr. Thomas?
So the medical examiner's office, they use a scale it's a big ruler that goes the length of the autopsy table where the decedent is lying.
Okay. In terms of that, so we got 2 feet 6 inches from approximately?
Approximately.
Okay. In terms of, counsel asked you with regards to the multiple times as to how did you rule out that someone was outside the car? Why? Why did you do that?
And that was explained in them also multiple times. It's the blood that was on the headliner, the lack of blood in the passenger side rear seat, and the GSR that was inside the vehicle.
Okay. With regards to ejection pattern testing that counsel asked you about, if you're going to do an ejection pattern, what would you have to do?
You'd have to have the firearm, and you'd have to have the ammunition to conduct that test.
And in terms of the time frame on the casings, is it important to find them immediately after?
It would be very important to find them immediately after.
So a month delay in finding them, could you do ejection pattern testing if it's a month later?
You can, well, if you have the firearm, you can do ejection pattern testing. How it would apply to on the side of the road, you would have to do that on the side of the road with that firearm.
And if individuals have gone back and picked up casings from the scene, how would that affect ejection pattern recreation?
Individuals as in strangers?
All right, this is a very interesting line of questioning. I'm not sure where the prosecutor's trying to go here. Because keep in mind, guys, they don't have the murder weapon in this case. That's actually to Melly's benefit that they do not have the murder weapon. But she's talking about spent shell casing pattern. So let's see where she's trying to go here.
4 people that were friends with the defendant. They went back to the side of the road.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
If individuals went and picked up casings, not knowing they were involved.
Objection, there's no evidence of that.
Answer that question's overruled, objection overruled.
So if they were picked up, it could alter it, but at the end of the day, it still needs to be measured.
So in terms of the shots that are in this vehicle, how can you tell the approximate distance that the shots were fired from?
The approximate distance is obviously going, as I said, this is a unique case where our shooting is contained to a vehicle. So we have known distances within the vehicle. We have known distances of the, not necessarily the arm, but we have a known distance of inside of the width of people and the.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all got some funny jokes about this dude's suit. Y'all said he got a zoot suit. That's some Malcolm X type shit. Y'all said he got a KFC suit on. Somebody said he went to Steve Harvey and said, "Hey, bro, let me borrow a suit."
Stippling pattern that is on Christopher Thomas, who's on the back seat, and some of the stippling that is observed on Anthony Williams, who was in the front seat.
What about on the outside of the car? How can you tell that that wasn't shot from a mile away?
You can tell that it wasn't shot from a mile away by the angle of it and its type of impact into the vehicle. So,
all right, stop the show. Some of you might be wondering, why the hell are they asking him about distance of the shooting? What is stippling? Blah, blah, blah. If you guys want me to explain this for y'all so it makes sense, give me a 1 in the chat. If not, we'll just keep listening to the testimony. I don't want to put y'all to sleep. I know that we got new viewers coming through here every day. Some people may or may not be aware of the facts of this investigation, and y'all are just watching to see what I say. So if you guys want me to explain where the hell they're trying to go with this, give me a 1. If not, we'll keep watching it. Give me a 2. Give me a 2 if y'all want me to, and trust me, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I asked this stuff because I don't want to bore y'all with details. All right. I guess it's time to cook. All right. So, guys, this is what it is. All right. So, the reason why they're harping on this is because when YNW Melly and Bortland, right, were involved in a shooting, Melly got out of the vehicle, and this is based on his phone records, right, for phone location data, and Bortland drove to the Memorial Hospital, Memorial Medical Center, blah, 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 right? And I think Miramar. And when the police asked him what happened, he claimed that they got hit in a drive-by shooting. So, since that's the story he gave the police, and Melly, by the way, gave the story inadvertently, and I'll show you what I mean by this. If you guys look, he actually snitched on himself here. Look at this shit. Oh, my God, bro. My ninja snitched on himself. All right, let's fast forward. All right. This is it. He comes out with this documentary December 4th, 2018, right? It was released. But he was already in jail at this point. But the documentary was filmed before he went to jail. Right? Look at this shit, guys. 4 days.
You still won't move.
Look at this. 4 days after the shooting, completion of this film, YNW Melly and his friends were the targets of a drive-by shooting in Miami, Florida.
Gotcha, bitch.
So Melly inadvertently admitted this in his own documentary, and this is also what YNW Bortland said. Well, why is that a problem? I'll tell you why it's a problem, guys. Because when they went to the murder scene, they found stippling on the victims. What is stippling, you ask? Stippling, my friends, is basically the burn mark that's left when a firearm is discharged at close range. So if I shoot you, right, at a close distance, this gun is safe, by the way. As you guys know, I always deal with safe firearms, no bullets, no magazine, gun always pointed in a safe direction, right? Anyway, if you shoot someone at close distance of less than a foot or so, and you pull that trigger and you shoot them, there's going to be a bunch of residue and everything else that comes out of the gun, all right? And it's going to leave a burn mark on the individual when you shoot them close range. right? So that's going to create something called stippling, all right, or stippling, whatever you want to pronounce it. Now, guess what? Both of the victims had stippling on them. Well, that presents a problem for your boy, YNW Portland and Melly. Why? If you're getting shot in a drive-by, bro, you're not going to get stippling because they're shooting you from another vehicle, okay? They're over here, oh, yeah, shooting you like this, whatever. There's not going to be stippling because it's going to be from a distance. You understand? So the bullet, not only was it very obvious that it was a close-range shot, but then you had the burn marks to prove that it was a close-range shot, okay? Then on top of that, you had the spent shell casing inside of the vehicle, all right? If they were victims of a drive-by shooting, please explain to me why there's a spent shell casing on the floorboard under YWN Melly where he was sitting.
Fatality.
Yeah, people, you can't make this shit up. So that's why they're asking the detective about the distance of a shooting. And that's why they got that lady from the Department of Transportation that's probably going to testify to the video surveillance footage because he claimed, YNW Portland, that they got in a drive-by shooting right around Interstate 75. But we know that that's not where the shooting happened. And you're not going to see that on the surveillance footage either. That's why they're harping on this. Give me ones in the chat if that makes sense and you guys understand now what the story was that they're trying to disprove and what the story shows with the actual physical evidence. The physical evidence showed, without a shadow of a doubt, irrefutable evidence they were shot at close range, not in a drive-by shooting as described. And on top of that, you got a shell casing in the backseat vehicle where Melly was sitting. All right, y'all like that? All right, let's continue on.
It's shot from.
And everybody calls me a hater. I've been looking at this case for the better part of a year plus. And I've been telling y'all, guys, Melly is guilty as fuck, bro. I don't want to sound biased or whatever, but when you look at the evidence, that boy is guilty. It's a wrap. He's going to prison, bro. He's going to prison. And this is coming from a fan. I actually like his music, but I'm not a moron like these fans in the chat over here that legit think, oh, Melly is innocent. Yeah, woo, he's going to beat this case. Like, y'all are a bunch of retards.
Stupid.
If you look at the actual evidence, there's no way he's going to win this joint. No way, bro. No way.
A mile away, the projectile is going to start tumbling again. It's going to go head over heel. As it loses velocity, as it loses its spin, it's going to start wobbling, and then eventually will start going its head over heel, and then keyhole.
Yo, Detective Lopez, tell me how the cops tamper with the evidence, bro. Tell me how the cops tamper with the evidence. Show me your proof. Let's see what you got to say.
Into its target.
Did you see any evidence of distant fire in this case?
No.
And for Rose Supreme, yeah, Torrey was innocent, dude. Like I don't think he shot Meg Thee Stallion, but hey, bro, it is what it is. I mean, a woman accuses a man in the United States. What do you expect?
In terms of the defendant in this case, you said you measured him?
Yes.
Do you recall about what date that occurred on? If we need to refresh your recollection, please do.
November 30th of 2021.
And at the time that you measured him, was it here in the courthouse?
Yes.
And that's where your office was at the time?
Yes.
And could you describe his build?
He's slender, but he's tall but slender.
Okay. And in terms of, would you say that he has broad shoulders?
No.
And you said he was 5'6", right?
Correct.
In terms of that car that we were talked about, what's the best way to get an idea of how big the inside of that car is?
You can measure it, or you can also view it.
And where is that car right now?
That car is in the crime scene unit forensic processing garage right now.
Is it available for the jury to view this morning?
Yes.
Here, if we may approach.
All right, they're silencing it. Still waiting for that dude, Detective Lopez, to tell me how the police planted evidence. Because in this case, it's the physical evidence that can't be planted, bro. What are you talking about? You can't plant cell phone location data. You can't plant the ridiculous story that YNW Portland gave that doesn't match up whatsoever with the forensic evidence. You got 8 shots on the right side of the vehicle, but all the bullets came from the left side of the vehicle. You got spent shell casings on the crime scene of where it actually happened, which the phone location data had shown. Then you've got the shell casings there, and you got the glass that matches the vehicle. Like, bro, yo. A lot of you guys were here when I read the criminal complaint, right? The affidavit. Tell me, from what y'all remember, that wasn't bad. I didn't even finish it. When I read that probable cause affidavit, I was like, bruh, this is a L all the way. And some of y'all, because I wanted to ask, I was like, yo, did you guys know some of these facts? Did this change your mind? Like, does this make it even stronger? And all of y'all were like, yeah, I didn't know about all these facts in this affidavit. And I get it. A lot of y'all probably didn't read it. I can't expect all of you guys to know the YNW Melly case the same level as I do, because I've looked at this shit for a while. I've gotten into debates about this shit with people. I've gotten into arguments about this with people, because people really do love this guy, and I get it. But sometimes you got to look at reality. And here's the thing. Y'all want to hear a secret? If Melly gets found innocent, I will actually be happy. Legit. I'll be happy. I like his music, man. Even though he's a murderer. Hey, man. It is what it is. I won't be mad if he gets found innocent. I won't be pissed. I like his music. But I'm a realist. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, I mean, I could pull that affidavit back up and we could go through it again. But I mean, bro, y'all were pretty convinced when I read it last time. When I like actually went through with you guys and read it and like showed you guys the surveillance footage, then went back to the affidavit, then showed you guys more footage, then went back to the affidavit, highlighted certain points. Like, I was putting on a clinic for y'all on that one. I felt like Jordan in the flu games. You know what I mean? Like I was like literally like going line by line, showing y'all everything. Good question. They actually investigated this. What about the Instagram post that said we killed your friends? What happened with that? That was someone that was clout chasing, bro, that bought that Instagram account from somebody else. So, yeah.
Case don't form any opinion about the case, don't allow anyone to investigation your presence, including no research.
Myron and Bruce Rivers work for the prosecutor. No, I just have 10 plus years law enforcement experience, and Bruce Rivers has been a defense attorney for 20 plus years. It's just common sense and experience, my friend. And Bruce Rivers agrees with me on this. Like, bro, it's not good for Melly, bro.
The driver was like, you stepped out, what was he recessing?
Damn, these guys are just taking recess after recess after recess, man. Holy. All right. Let's see here. So let me go through the chats while we let these guys take a recess, man. State of Florida taking L's as usual, bro. Holy, man. These niggas. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I don't like the state system, bro. Thank God I did the feds, man. You wouldn't see none of this fuckery in the federal court system. W. Myron is the only who break this case down. I think it means only that can do it. Thank you so much, sir. Jacob Dagoon goes, Dugan. What does the lady do that sits next to Melly? That's his lawyer. DKM, Myron, we be covering the Todd Cholup case. It was crazy listening to Kayla after she was rescued. Thanks for not being a bimbo doing makeup. I got you. I'll look that up. Salam alaikum, Myron. Eid Mubarak from Australia. Keep slaughtering these 304s like we slaughtering them sheep. And don't forget to say Bismillah. Yo, y'all got no chill, man. Oh, man.
In my opinion, one of the most important witnesses we have heard from. What do you think the jury is going to take away?
Well, without contradiction, I think they're going to find that this incident happened inside the vehicle. There doesn't seem, while the defense has, through their questioning, suggested that there could have been somebody else, the scientific evidence at this point in time is really uncontradicted that,
What the hell have I been telling y'all for the better part of a year? The defense in this case, though it's circumstantial, is irrefutable. You understand? It's irrefutable. This case has 0 witnesses, 0 testimony from eyewitnesses, yet the evidence stands on its own. Why? Because it's physical evidence that cannot be refuted. All right? That's why Detective Lopez, no offense, but quite frankly, sir.
Wrong.
And you are.
You stupid.
Saying the police planted evidence. How? How? Like, yeah, they can't, bro. Like, what do you. Like,
really, nigga?
Like, come on, man.
Happened inside the vehicle, whether or not
I'm all for making fun of police when they do dumb shit, but in this case, they couldn't have planted the evidence because all the evidence was there, physical evidence from the jump, bro. What, the police shot into the car? No. Like, come on, man.
Mr. Demons or the other gentleman, that is something I suppose the jury could argue about, but I think that based on the witnesses that we hear today and the other expert, it's going to be very difficult for any reasonable jury to find anything otherwise.
Now let's talk about the jury visit to this car.
What did I tell y'all when I first covered this case a year plus ago? I told you guys circumstantial evidence, when lumped with other pieces of circumstantial evidence, it paints a picture, okay, that leads you to only one sound, logical conclusion, or one logically sound conclusion. And the only conclusion that you can come to is them shots came from the back left passenger seat behind the driver. And who do we know was sitting there? Do I need to remind y'all who was sitting there? Or let me remind y'all real quick, because people tend to think I'm a hater, man. Like, let me remind y'all real quick, man. God damn, I feel like Jay-Z right now, man. Got to give you guys a. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, who's that? Oh, there he is right there. That looks like my boy, YNW Melly. And he has a satchel, and you can see that it's clearly weighed down. And where does he go? Oh, let's see. Where does he sit, guys?
Excuse me, you're able to see?
Oh, wait. You can see the door open right here. See a little crevice right there. Let me enlarge it for y'all niggas, man. God damn, bro. For all the morons out there that keep trying to argue with me about this shit. Look. What? And he gets in. Boom. Okay. And then you can see his boy, who's going to be soon to die. RIP to him, unfortunately. He's going to get in right here. And Sack Tracer's already inside, and Portland's already in the driver's seat. And what do? They drive off, my friends. They drive off. And guess what? Guess what, guys? Huh? Guess what? They tracked Melly's phone with T-Mobile the whole time. And for some of you guys out there that say, oh, yo, but hold on 1 second, Myron. How do you prove that he shot the individuals? Okay, good point. I'll tell you how. After they were killed, again, Melly's phone was in that car in this desolate location, okay? Let's say Melly did leave the phone there and he jumped out for some odd reason. Nah, I don't want to kill these niggas no more. I'm leaving. Oh, left my phone. Tell me why. There was a phone call made, actually a FaceTime call made, because they know that it was made with data. not necessarily made with the phone service. Why was there a FaceTime call made after the murders? Bro, I'm just looking at the facts, man. That's all I'm doing. Circumstantial evidence, when put together with other pieces of circumstantial evidence, is powerful, guys. It's powerful. And the jury is going to come to the same logically sound conclusion. Bruh, there's no way that this dude didn't shoot these dudes. We know he was in the back seat of the car the whole time. All right?
I believe is at the courthouse property. Maybe we'll get a chance to see what's going on with that. But Doctor, let me ask you this. How important is it for jurors to actually see a crime scene? We talked about it in the Parkland school shooting.
Man, bro, nigga, how do you know it was his phone? Bro, man, I wish y'all watched the whole thing. Bro, they showed the camera roll of his phone, all right? And you could see him taking selfies in there. Like, what the fuck you mean? And then when he was giving his phone number out to other people, he said, "This me," and he gave him that phone number.
Really, nigga?
Man. And I know what the defense trying to say. Oh, but the phone was used by other people after he was in jail. Okay, who was in control and use of the phone when the murders happened? It was fucking him. You look at the pictures, it's him taking selfies. You look at him exchanging his phone number with other individuals. It was him saying, "Yo, this me," when he gave his number out. Bro, come on, man.
Fatality.
Case where they closed off that school and the jurors went to a site visit. We were told it was a very, very emotionally taxing day. In this case, I think the car is central because, again, that's the crime scene. It's trying to understand whether or not it was a drive-by shooting or happened in the car and where everybody was situated. What do you think the jury is going to take away from that?
Yeah, not only Parkland, but Murdoch as well, where you get an understanding of just the geometry, right? Forget the trigonometry. You get an understanding of what the whole thing felt like, where you get to see everything. And I think it's such a huge and important thing that can happen for a jury, to more than just the pictures, to actually be able to physically see with your own eyes all of the evidence that's being presented, including a car like this. I think it's going to be massive.
And Jamie, what can't they do? They can't get in the steering wheel, right, and drive it around. They can't make their own demonstration. Walk me through what they can do and can't do.
Correct. So, they'll be escorted through the process, and they will be able to ask questions. The prosecutor, or at least a representative of the prosecutor, and the defense attorneys will be present, and they'll be able to ask questions. Those questions will be recorded. They'll be made part of the record, but they will not be able to get in the vehicle. They will not be able to conduct their own experiments. And this is one of the dangers, I guess, as far as jury visits are concerned. Judges usually frown on these for very logistical reasons, but there's also a very practical reason, and that is that
Captain Bamland, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that greatly. $100 super chat. He goes, "Hey, bro, thoughts on the legislation that passed in Florida about natural guardians? Send DM. Genuinely look up to you and support what you do. I finished my PT certification and established my fitness business, and I have to thank you for yelling at the camera." I got you, bro. You don't want to be a lazy piece of shit. I will look up this natural guardian thing because I'm not aware of it, bro. I will look into it, though, and answer it during a break. Got you. Thank you so much for the donation and the support, my friend. So, yeah. And guys, do me a favor. Like the video. I see that we only got 587 likes, but we got 1,300 y'all in here, man. I know half of y'all are probably Melly fans and are mad at me for being honest about what's going on here, but I'm a Melly fan too. But I have to look at the reality and accept this shit. And when I looked at all the facts of this case, and trust me, I looked at all the facts of this case, there's no one on YouTube that knows this case better than me at this point. When I looked at all the facts of this case, all right, there's no way, okay, that him and Portland didn't kill these dudes, bro. There's no way.
Sometimes, especially when you get into the science, people bring their own personal experiences to bear.
And you want to know the biggest reason? Y'all want to know, son, also the biggest reason why I know he's guilty? Even the victims' families know that Melly's guilty, bro. I watched interviews of Juvie's father. They all think Melly is guilty. He was supposed to show up to the funerals. He didn't show up, guys. Come on, man. Of course, you can't admit that in a court of law, but come on, man. Your best friend gets killed, gunned down in a drive-by. You ain't at the funeral, and they pushed it back for you too, and you ain't show up. Y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Come on, man. The families even know, bro. The streets suck, man, and they're not wrong that often.
And when you start going outside of the courtroom and looking at scenes, while I agree with the doctor that it could be very beneficial, it also creates an opportunity for juries to sometimes.
Yo, Detective Lopez, your dumbass want to come in here now and say, think not know, when I asked you earlier to tell me how the police planted evidence, you low IQ moron. This nigga want to come in now and say, think not know. Bro, yo, we gonna keep cooking this boy? Detective Lopez, you should call yourself Detective L. Fucking moron. Stupid. Man, I got jokes for days, man. Don't make me make fun of you, hurt your feelings, bro. But you Detective L for today, bro. Holy. You want to come in now and say, think not know, the family. Bro, he didn't even show up to his best friend's funeral when they pushed it back for him to show up. Fuck you talking about? Come on, man. If that's not a guilty conscience, I don't know what is. Detective L.
Step outside of the court rules and start drawing conclusions outside of the evidence. And that's the danger here. But, you know, they will be able to do their own visible inspection, and they will be able to ask questions and you know, and draw some conclusions based on those observations.
Doctor, do you see that same kind of concern?
I do see it, but I think a good instruction would let them know that listen, we're here to take a look at what's going on. You're here to experience it. You're not here to all of a sudden start doing your own experiments. So I think a good instruction would probably alleviate some of those concerns.
Yeah, and you know, we seem to be coming towards the conclusion of the prosecution's case. We talked about who the defense might call. Jamie, if the defense calls their own crime scene reconstructionist that says the complete opposite of this witness, and we're speculating here, how does a jury sort that out?
Well, I don't know that they do. I mean, that is the definition of reasonable doubt. And, you know, again, I'm not privy to the witness list, but I would be shocked based on the cross-examination if there isn't a defense witness that is at least going to challenge some of the math. You know, there's been some conclusions drawn mathematically, and it pertains to blood spatter evidence. And, you know, none of this sort of evidence is certain. You know, there's always a degree of nuance. And if they bring their own expert who says this could have happened a different way, you know, I think that is the definition of reasonable doubt, if it's a credible expert.
All right, well, we're not there yet. We're going to see what happens if the jury goes on this site view, and maybe how long that'll last and what they'll take away from that. So it should be an interesting morning. We'll follow the latest here on Law and Crime. Stay with us. Our focus will be on YNW Melly, but of course, we're on Verdict Watch in the Scott Peterson trial out of Florida. Take a quick break. We'll be back right after.
All right, now we're going live. Oh, here we go. Here's the Department of Transportation footage, ninjas. By the way, guys, I hate to ask this again, but we got 1,400 y'all in here, but only 666 likes. Last I checked, I'm not a fan of the devil, so I need y'all to get us to 1,000. Like the video, ninjas. I'm over here roasting haters in the chat, giving y'all insight, going over evidence, explaining things in details that no one else would ever do. Like the video, ninjas.
For the record, I'm going to stop publishing at 3:37 per second. And now publish I-75, Miramar northbound, 1026, 18, 320.
Just so you know, the purpose of them going over this footage, guys, is because they're doing this to show that YNW Portland is a liar and their story is not true whatsoever. As asinine and nonsensical as it is, they have to beat this thing to death and show from every angle that this nigga was capped.
Stop the cap.
While this thing is muted, guys, the Scott Peterson guy that they're talking about, guys, is the dude. He was a police officer during the Parkland shooting back in like 2018. If you guys remember, there was a school shooting down here in South
nothing
Florida.
really happening. I mean, it's hard to tell what we're seeing here. Nothing, no indication that we're seeing the car that was the crime scene car, the car that actually where the shooting took place. Maybe you guys are seeing it more than I am. But Jamie, let's go back to the conversation about the death penalty, because I was talking to Dr. John about it. What is your thoughts? We have 8-4. That's all that's necessary to vote in favor of death if the jury ultimately convicts Mr. Demmons.
So Florida is certainly one of the more prolific states when it comes to death penalty cases, especially when it comes to African American men. So I'm from Michigan. We haven't had the death penalty for more than 100 years, and I'm personally and philosophically opposed to it. But if I were to take that hat off and be objective
against the death penalty, okay.
In Florida, my understanding is that it's really a case within a case. So this will not be the.
And that's why Michigan is one of the poorest performing states in the United States. Blue state, piece of shit. Real estate market in the trash. Detroit is gone. Y'all have some, I think two of your major cities, Flint, Michigan, Detroit, are consistently in the top 10 worst cities in the United States. Like, bruh, Detroit is a L. Michigan, L. Y'all need to kill more of your criminals, goddammit. That fixed a lot of those problems.
Jury that determines the death penalty. It's my understanding there'll be a second jury impaneled. I could be wrong on that, but I do believe that is the process. And in order for that jury to make a determination that a death penalty is appropriate, they'll have to make a determination that the mitigating factors are available. And certainly murdering two of your friends over a gang situation would fulfill one of those factors. But there also has to be some empathy, I suppose, associated with the victims. And what I'm hearing is that the victims really don't have a lot of family in the courtroom, or to the extent they have been, they've been in and out. And that's the kind of evidence that will compel 8 people to determine that death is appropriate. And if there isn't any sort of background associated with these gentlemen, that could be a problem for the prosecutor as far as seeking death.
Yeah, I actually want to confirm that. We'll find out if it's a separate jury or the same jury. We'll get back to you on that one. And now it's interesting because you think all murders are terrible. How do you know which ones are qualified for the death penalty? But clearly, I think it's the gang aspect of it, the brutal nature of it, the multiple murders. You can see why it would rise to the level that the prosecution is moving forward with again, but you would need to convict him in order for this to happen. Now, let me ask you this, Doctor. We're seeing a case here where the prosecution doesn't have all the pieces of the puzzle. They don't have the murder weapon or weapons. There's a serious lack of DNA from the defendant. I mean, what was it last week? We learned that his DNA wasn't on a ton of key pieces of evidence. It was on I believe the door handle on the left-hand side. I don't know if
it was on a door handle.
That's surprising. We know he was in the car. Do you think that that's going to give the jury pause?
See, here's my problem with the scientific evidence that gets presented nowadays, and it's always colored by.
They told that boy, "Shut up." That's not my mouse, by the way, guys. That's their mouse. They're moving around and shit. So let's see what the hell they got going on. I'll turn it down for y'all a bit, man. Yeah, that shit is loud as hell. I got y'all. Don't worry. Turn it down.
It leaves me that
All
way.
right,
I
they're
don't have an
back to
opinion
it.
one way or another. But despite all the horrific evidence and despite conviction, they may still feel that the death penalty is not appropriate. Again, I'm go back to the Parkland school shooting case. That he had pleaded guilty, so it was just a question of whether or not he was going to be sentenced to death. And that jury heard all the evidence, and it was horrific. One of the worst school shootings, mass shootings we've seen, and they still voted life in prison. So it's kind of unpredictable.
It is, and thank you for clarifying. It differs from state to state as far as the procedures associated with the death penalty. And
yeah, they keep doing this. What I predict, guys, I'll give you on my quick little prediction. I think he's going to be found guilty, but he will not get the death penalty. That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen. And I hope he doesn't get the death penalty. I mean, that would suck, bro. But, it is what it is, man. He did violently kill his 2 friends. So, that's the fan, the greedy fan in me speaking that I don't want him to die. But, hey, man, he did a fucking unspeakable crime. And at the end of the day, it's really, I mean, it is what it is, right? Justice has got to be served. So taking my feelings out of it and my like for his music, that's irrelevant. But yeah, I mean, I think personally what's going to happen, he's going to get he's going to get found guilty, but he's not going to get death penalty. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, you know what, bro? Guys, don't delete people's messages. If this guy Servo FN wants to talk shit and say L Fed reacts bozo, what's the L, my friend? Back up what you say. Tell me why it's a L, bozo. Go ahead, tell me. What's the L specifically? Let's let the people critique, man. Let's let people talk shit. It's fine. Back up what you got to say, bro. You want to call me a bozo? Why? See, I love that. I ask a hater, explain to me why I'm a bozo, and they can't do it. Bro, come on, man. Just like the L detective earlier. Nigga watched the episode of Case Closed with Coden and said, oh, yeah, I got it. I got it. The police pinned the evidence. Servo said there's no evidence. Read my comments. Bro. Yo. What? What? What the fuck? Yo. Yo. Nigga, what? Bro. Oh, man. All right. Yo, Servo, I got one question for you. Did you read the affidavit, bro? Were you here when I read the affidavit? Have you read the affidavit? Yes or no, nigga? Shout out to my boy King Life. Urban Dictionary needs to rewrite the definition of bozo to what you call someone that is better than you in every way. Shout out to my ninja, man. King Life, man. And he'll probably beat you the fuck up, Servo, too. I met him in real life. Oh, shit, man. This is entertainment, man. Bro, whatever that dude's smoking, he got some crazy drugs, man. There's no evidence yet. My man is on trial for murder one in the state of Florida, and everybody in the fucking U.S. is watching this shit. There's evidence out the woozah, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Yo, this is funny shit, man. I guess common sense isn't common anymore. Common sense is no longer common, my friends. He's got to be a kid, man. He's got to be a kid. So it is what it is, bro. Servo, answer the question, bro. Did you see the affidavit that I read? Did you read the affidavit? Yes or no? Yes or no? You and Clay's FN are a bunch of fucking morons. Did you read the affidavit? Bro, I love hecklers, man. I love hecklers. Do you niggas know what I used to do? Do you guys remember? Do you guys know what I used to do? I used to make kids like you cry on Xbox Live. Don't make that Myron come out, bro. All right? I used to make kids like y'all cry, bro. Don't make that Myron come back out. He came back out for one night on Stico stream and everybody started crying. Oh my God, he's a racist. Oh. Don't make that Myron come back out, bro. You guys won't be able to handle it. All right? Telling y'all, man. Because clearly y'all are not intelligent enough to know what the hell's going on in this case. So I'm going to have to just make fun of y'all and make you cry. Fuck it. All right? Anyway, let's get back to the show. Yo, this shit messed up. Yeah, just a quick little backstory on my history on Xbox Live. Guys, I used to get banned all the time. I had multiple accounts, okay? Captain Teabag, Sheik Teabag, Lord Teabag, Master Teabag. Like, I had all these Teabag accounts, and I kept getting banned. Why? Because when I talk shit, it's over. There's no bounds. There's no lines that I will not cross. I will literally roast you to the point that you will not be able to come back. You will have to sit there and virtue signal without your accomplice to your side to make you feel better. That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to end up like, Abba, you're racist. This is deplorable. Next thing you know, you're going to be a comedian virtue signaling. That's how bad I will literally burn the bridges. I will destroy you that bad because I am willing to make racist jokes. I'm willing to make retard jokes. I am willing to make fun of you for your socioeconomic status, how you look, the way you speak, your intellect, your IQ, your education level, how fat you are, your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your fucking retarded sister, your dumb brother Dobie, whatever the hell it is. I will go there. I will make fun of you. And that's it. All right? You will receive thy worketh. All right? So it's 2023 and people are soft nowadays. You know, if you make fun of people, oh my God, that was offensive. Man. Y'all should see some of the shit I be saying off air, man. Oh, man. We on YouTube, so I got to take it easy. But, oh, man. Dude, you guys are out here. These two idiots. What are these niggas' names again? I forgot their names, but they're making stupid arguments. Bro, the system is wicked. Oh, man. Softies.
Come back and hear.
Thank you. Let the record reflect the events of that Councilor Manuel has been. So the video.
L for Mr. Repo Guns here. Yo, Myron, you kiss the white people ass, acting like they ain't gonna throw you under the bus. This is funny, bro. Number one, your name is Repo Guns, so that's automatically a L. Because the last thing you want is a society where only the police and the criminals have guns. And then second, see, bro, this is your problem. You look at race. I don't look at race. I just look at people. All right? It's always the ninjas that claim and cry about racism the most that are the most racist, because all y'all do is see color so that you can continue to perpetuate your victim mentality. Am I not fucking lying? In order for you to continue to perpetuate your victim mentality about why the system is against you, why the white man's holding you down, why it sucks at police brutality, all this other fuck shit, right? In order for you to continue to stand up with your victim mentality, you must continue to always look at race, because you cannot sing the victim song without looking at race. But what you don't realize is that, did you know that white people actually get killed more by the police than black people do? Oh, yeah. They ain't doing no BLM riots for that, are they? Okay? A fraction of the shootings are on African Americans. If you actually look at all the shootings, it's mostly Caucasians that get shot. I don't see none of y'all marching for that. But why? Because it's all about race for you guys. You guys cry the most about racism. Guys like me, I don't give a shit if you're green, you're purple, you're Arab, you're Jewish, you're black, you're white, you're Asian. I got jokes for all of y'all. But guys like you are the ones that want to sit there with the victim mentality, bro, and blame everything on race, man. I hate motherfuckers like you, man. You a fucking crybaby. And if you want to go, if you want to feel bad, for being an African American in the United States and the system's against you, go watch Tariq Nasheed, bro. What the fuck you doing over here? I ain't gonna feel sorry for you. Go somewhere else. I've told this story before. I'll say it again. Bro, my parents are from Sudan. That's a country in North Africa. My parents are blacker than you. They are literally African. And then they came here, had me. I'm African American, right? When a white person sees me, you think, Clayton Bigsby sees me and is like, oh, you don't look like you're black, you look like you're Arab, so let me tone down the racism for you. No, stupid. He's going to look at me like I'm a Jamal too. We're all lumped in the same shit. So please explain to me how, if America's so awful, it's so racist, which there is racism here. Of course there is. But for you to cry about racism and make it the debilitating, terrible thing that it is, that you can't be successful because the white man is holding you down, get the fuck out of here, bro. Please explain to me how Nigerians come here and make a way. Chinese come here, make a way. People that have never spoken English come here and make a way. But guys in the African American community were born and raised here, had access to education, clean water, electricity, internet, school programs. Like, even the hood, though it sucks, is safer than Khartoum, Sudan, bro. Okay? So get the fuck out of here. Some of y'all need to go to a third world country to really know what poor is, bro. Okay? Some of y'all really need to go and see what it's like to be in real poverty. Okay? Real electricity cutting out, no water. You got to walk 3 miles to get that shit. I've done that before. I've been to Sudan. I've been to Egypt. I did this shit as a kid, and it stayed with me. It stayed with me. It made me mentally tough to not be a pussy. For me to come here and fucking say, wow, damn, America isn't perfect, but it's better than the rest of the world. Let me take the opportunities that are here and stop crying like a fucking pussy and blame another entire demographic on my failures as a man. I refuse to lose, and worse yet, I refuse to lose and then blame someone else for my fucking loss. You pussy loser motherfucker, and you guys wonder why you're soft, you're fat, you're weak, you have diabetes, you can't speak English properly, no one fucking respects y'all because you guys are fucking ass clowns. I have the same skin color as you, but I fucking made a way. My parents didn't even understand English, and they fucking figured out. My dad got robbed in Brooklyn, New York in the fucking 80s and 90s, the most dangerous time to be in New York City. He was there, barely speaking English, getting run over, had to wear a fucking cast on his leg for 2 months straight, refused to take welfare because he was too fucking proud. And we got people in this country right now that have born here, raised here, free education here, and still fucking losers. I have zero sympathy for anyone that doesn't make something of themselves when they're born and raised in the United States. You pussy motherfucker. That goes if you're black, if you're white, you're Asian, whatever the fuck you are. It just so happens, though, that black people like to be losers and not correct what the fuck is going on and make excuses and blame everybody else but their fucking selves. I said it. Suck a dick, bitch. Holy. Tired of you fucking loser ass. I'm a foundationally black American. Well, guess what? That means you should have foundational situations set up for you to fucking win because you were born in the United States. That's even worse. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm a foundationally black American. So wait, you're telling me you've had all these opportunities and you're still bitching about some shit that happened hundreds of years ago? The fuck out of here, bro. Their dumbass excuse. Did you know black people didn't have the ability to buy real estate until 1970? All right, well, it's 2023. Nigga, what are you doing now? The fuck you talking about? I'll take that handicap over not speaking the language. I'll take that handicap being an immigrant over being an immigrant. I'll take that handicap over having to get a fucking green card and figure this shit out in a foreign country. Get the fuck out of here. All you guys do is white man this, Chinese guy this. Shut the fuck up. Holy goddamn. I haven't even slept yet. I'm in here grinding. Why? Because I'm not going to blame another race, another people on my deficiencies. If I lose, it's my fucking fault. God damn, y'all are fucking soft, man. Holy shit. All you guys fucking do is cry, bro. It's crazy to me. Crazy to me. I will never blame another man for my fuck-ups. Ever. Fuck out of here, man. Go watch Tariq Nasheed. Go watch fucking Dr. Umar Johnson. Go watch one of these other niggas that's going to make you feel better for being a fucking pussy. It's not going to happen over here, though. Fuck out of here, man. God damn, bro. They're like, with that excuse, why are Nigerians so successful? Why are guys from East Africa so successful? Why do they figure it out? Why? Explain that to me. Damn. Fucking ridiculous, bro. Right now, this trial that y'all are seeing, this is why so many people in the black community fail, because they fucking kill each other. But no one talks shit about that. No one says anything. We praise that music. And here's the thing. I'll take accountability. I even like the music, right? So I'm feeding into it myself. But the reality is, right? We go ahead and we fucking put people like this up on a pedestal. Right? We don't talk about the real issues. This dude don't have a dad. This dude's a member of a gang, killed his two best friends, right? Made a song about it. You know? Like, that's the reality. That's what's really killing the black community. We kill ourselves. It's not the white man. It's us. But no, whoa, bro, whoa. What are you talking about, man? Come on, man. Chill, bro. It's just music. It's art. Come on, man. It's art when we kill each other. But if, God forbid, you get into a fight with a police officer, you do some dumb shit, you don't follow lawful commands, he thinks you has a gun, he shoots you and he kills you because, let's be honest, there's a lot of fucking violent offenders that come from the African-American community. Let's keep it 1,000. Most violent crime is perpetuated by African-Americans. And I'm saying this as a fucking African-American. It's the truth, right? It's pattern recognition. Is it right? No. Am I condoning it? No. But we got to live in reality. You move a little funny and you have a certain skin color, well, pattern recognition. A lot of people that move funny and have this skin color tend to commit acts of violence, according to statistics. How the fuck are they going to respond? So what are you going to do? You going to cry? Oh my God, this sucks. Or are you going to adapt to the situation, not be the stereotype, beat the stereotype, act how you should be, behave, show respect, right? And then go on your merry way. I promise you, if you respect the police, they're going to respect you back. All right? Well, but fuck the police, man. You niggas think you're a member of an extra of NWA and you wonder why they fuck you up. Don't give them an excuse to fuck you up. God damn, man. Just a bunch of crying everywhere. All right, back to the trial. And just so y'all know, I'm not pro anything. I'm not pro black, pro white, pro Asian, pro nothing. I'm pro fucking human. That's what I am. I don't see color. Okay? I see character, and that's what matters. And you know what? For all you pro-black motherfuckers that want to sit there, I am pro-black. Didn't Martin Luther King say, I want an America where we don't judge a person by the skin of their color, rather by the content of their fucking character? Did he not say that? Do we got to rewind? You guys want to remember history only when it fucking affects you and is in your benefit, just like a typical fucking liberal, right? But y'all don't want to talk about, I want an America where we judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. But aren't you niggas judging people by the color of their skin? Come on, man. The fuck out of here with this foundationally black American, all this other fucking bullshit. Because at the end of the day, if it was 1951, I'd be in the color section with the rest of you motherfuckers. We'd all be doing the same bullshit. The difference between me and you is I don't behave like the stereotypes. That's the difference. I do not behave like the stereotypes. I am not a part of the stupidity. I don't fall into that demographic. When someone meets me and shakes my fucking hand, they meet Myron fucking Gaines, Amber Ruffalo. They don't meet, oh, you're just another black guy. No. I will never fall into those fucking stereotypes. Okay? I don't want you guys to either, whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you come from a low-income neighborhood, your color of your skin doesn't dictate who the fuck you're going to be. And don't let anybody around you think that the color of your skin is going to dictate who the fuck you're going to be. I don't care if you grew up in Harlem or you grew up in Dubuque, Iowa, or you grew up in the middle of nowhere in Nebraska. Your color of your skin does not dictate your fucking success at all. Don't let anybody give you these limiting pussy beliefs. That's what liberals say to themselves so they can feel better about being fucking pussy motherfuckers. Let me tell y'all, son, when I became a millionaire and then I became a multimillionaire, no one cares about the color of your skin. No one cares about where you grew up. Nobody gives a fuck. And as a matter of fact, if you're colored and you came from a tough neighborhood, etc., they respect you even fucking more. So don't sit there and tell me that at the, racism, no, that's poor people fucking problems. And they keep it that way. So y'all keep fighting each other at the lower socioeconomic status. At the top, when you have money, no one gives a fuck about the color of your skin. I promise you they don't. I'm telling y'all. The only color they care about is fucking green. Racism, this fucking stupid arguments that you see people having, etc., is to keep you poor, it's to keep you stupid, it's to keep you fighting over minuscule shit that doesn't fucking matter. So they can keep taxing your dumb ass, keep you working a job that you hate, keep you a slave. That's why. So they can get the 444 out of you. 40 hours, 40 years, for 40 years of your fucking pension, to fuck some poor-looking bitch that isn't even hot. That's what the fuck they want you to do. That's what they want you to be enslaved by. Racism is a big psyop to keep you fucking poor. That's what it is. Niggas that got money don't give a fuck about race. Why do all the rappers start hanging out with a bunch of multimillionaire white boys when they get the fucking money when they grew up in the hood? Explain that to me. Why do the same white people bring them in with open arms? Explain that to me. If racism is such a thing. It's not racism. It's fucking high class versus low class. You can get into the high class regardless of your fucking skin color. This coming from somebody that's a first generational guy, Muslim, black. I got all the fucking excuses to cry about. And I'm Muslim too. I got every single excuse that I could cry for why the fuck I'm not where I want to be. Islamophobia, blackophobia. Oh, they make fun of me because I speak Arabic. I got every excuse, but I refuse to take that shit. I refuse to use that as an out for being a loser. Refuse. I will not. If I fuck up, it's on me. Not the color of my skin, not my religion, not my background, not my parents, because they did a damn good job. It's on me. The fuck out of here, man. Put that in your fucking coffee and drink it, you pussies. Anybody out there blaming someone else for their fucking loserness. Ridiculous, man. Back to the trial, ninjas.
So that was sent to 2 different individuals that then are in this responses that are showing on the screen now, Your Honor. That there is a message that was sent from the defendant. It was a reply, that was a post that he had put on November 22nd, 2018. Then through the 3 messages on items 5, 6, and 7 are responses indicating that Mr. Demmons had posted that specific message online and acknowledging it that they had seen it as one of his stories at that point.
Your Honor, the state just represented initially that they were putting on this evidence to establish the owner of the phone. We then recognized that to have been a pretext because now the state is claiming that the purpose for those highly prejudicial videos is to show that they were sent to a witness. When asked to prove that, the state is demonstrating that it was posted online and somebody responded to it, which is not what the state said. It doesn't show it's being sent to a witness, and it's not for the purpose of establishing its phone. That is his phone, and it contains lyrics that are prejudicial, and we object on 4 of 3 grounds.
We should say that.
Judge, we can always play it without the sound if that's what defense is concerned on, and it still shows that it is his.
You're saying, though, the messages reflect that there's a threat.
It does, Your Honor, and I think that is relevant, and based on the time frame of when it was posted.
For a long time. Outside of that, if that is what they're using as the predicate for needing the Facebook account in evidence, and the court deems it to be relevant, the state has offered to play it without prejudicial audio, and we think that would be an acceptable compromise.
Thank you. Any other, anything else contained in this Snapchat that has, that you're alleging as threats against witnesses? Because I haven't heard any about a threat to a witness.
No other words.
Pardon me?
No other of those, no.
All right, so regarding what counsel is objecting to, the audio portion of those 3 Snapchats, I agree with it. On a 403 analysis, take it out. So how long did these run?
All right, it looks like they got quite a bit of Snapchat evidence that they want to go through, but they want to try to limit some of the Snapchat stuff so it doesn't come off as prejudicial. And what they mean by that is they don't want the jury to be tainted by it and have an ill sense of Melly. They want it to be strictly factual on the evidence, not necessarily personal to his character, if that makes sense.
And the thumbnails, and then identify them as by the image number on that.
So this is the prosecutor right here, guys, if you haven't seen her already, and then this is one of the defense counsel.
These are the instructions from
State 64. With his cell phone.
these sections. And this is for the purpose of establishing what?
His phone.
These are the ones that we look at. Okay.
You can call those if you want to look at
The actual photos themselves, you have those.
well, I said I get what you were for. So, special codec installed.
Okay. These are those, right?
Yes, they're just sure.
All right, so what they're doing is they're turning it down because basically the 2 attorneys are going through what to show, what to not show. because obviously defense counsel is worried that they don't want their stuff they don't want Melly to look bad by certain Snapchats or whatever, anything that might make him look like just of lower moral character. So he's trying to make sure that the prosecution only uses pieces of evidence, things that could be used for evidentiary value.
Counselor, you indicated, your phones were showed to me the last time, and I indicated those had to come out. Talked about sexually compromising positions as well as guns. All those type of photos are out.
The photos that are there, the ones that show the defendant's face, either on FaceTime calls or anything of that nature, there's no firearms that were in the photos that I showed Your Honor. It's my recollection. The defense counsel's reviewing them again, and I can put them up on larger formats if they need.
I saw basic things that counsel showed me, 2 pictures in particular, which I agree with, and they were overly prejudicial, not probative of anything, and they should come out. So you're saying there's no pictures in this exhibit that discuss that, is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor. And I'll verify again.
Do we have some stickers for a second?
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, while we wait for them to do that, I need y'all to do me a favor, guys. If you guys could do me this favor, if y'all look here, right? My book, hold on 1 second. Shit, where is it? All right. So if y'all look here, right? My book, right? These haters, look at this shit. So basically what happened was a TikToker, okay, basically said, yo, look at this book. Why Women Deserve Less. It's so lame. Let me make a book and talk shit. And they came and mass reported my shit for 1 star, bro. Like half of these people that reported this for 1 star don't even, they didn't, it's not even a verified purchase. These goddamn haters. So I need you guys, right, that rock with me. If you don't mind, I'd really appreciate it. If y'all can go ahead and report not even report, excuse me, leave a 5-star review for your boy, if you guys don't mind. Because, see, I could take a 4-star, I could take a 3-star, 2-star, whatever. But this is obvious just haters, because they don't even have verified purchases, bro. So someone went viral on TikTok for talking shit about the book. So, yeah, if you guys don't mind doing that for me, I'd really, really appreciate it. And, yeah, you don't even got to buy the book. Just please leave a 5-star review. That's all I ask. Appreciate that greatly. To compensate for all the fucking feminist haters from this TikTok. It was a male feminist that basically came and said, "Look, guys, let's mass report this book." Oh, so yeah.
It's been posted, that specific message online, and acknowledging it that they had seen it as one of his stories at that point.
I'll post a link for you guys now, and I really appreciate you guys doing that for me. I really do. Seriously, y'all are the real OGs.
It's claiming that the purpose for those highly prejudicial videos is to show that they were sent to a witness. When asked to prove that, the state is demonstrating that it was posted online and somebody responded to it, which is not what the state said. It doesn't show it being sent to a witness, and it's not for the purpose of establishing his phone. That is his phone, and it contains lyrics that are prejudicial, and we object on 4 to 3 grounds.
Say that.
Judge, we can always play it without the sound if that's what the defense is concerned on, and it still shows that it is his.
You're saying, no, the messages reflect that there's a threat.
I think that is relevant, and based on the time frame of when it was posted after the homicides, it's something that should go before the jury. But Your Honor, if Your Honor is going to make the balancing call on that with regards to if the audio portion is considered too inflammatory, the video portion can be played without any audio.
So what do you need the Snapchat account for?
So in terms of the information that's already been identified as Melly, Montana, it's belonging to the defendant. And if you go on down here. This particular message, which is authored by the defendant, sent to Ms. Hamilton, saying that the individual known as Port, also known as Portland, saved in the phone, which is this co-defendant Cortland Henry, says that he saved the life of Mr. Devins, and he's coming everywhere with him because if the crackers come grab him, it's my fault. That is.
Let's see how many people get angry at Melly's use of wordage there. Let's see how many of the pro-blacks get angry there. Racism, bro. Let's be outraged. Come on, man.
November 9th of 2018. In addition, Your Honor, so here's the entire text of it. Much easier to read.
So they're still going through the Snapchat, guys. So trying to figure out what they're going to use and what they're not going to use.
In addition, the Melly.Montana name links back to the Celebrate, which also helps show and support that the phone is date 64 belongs to the defendant.
Yeah, I see some of you guys are saying that it might not let you review because it's getting suspicious because I got so many negative reviews, bro. The book was like at a 4.8, 4.9, which is really high ratings for a book. And then this fucking this male feminist made a TikTok and told everyone to go report the book so that it'll like get lower on the thing and that his book can move up. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? So it's amazing to me how like these libtards like go out of their way, bro, to fuck with your shit. They just go out of the way. It's wild.
As that you're alleging as threats against witnesses, because I haven't heard anything about a threat to a witness.
No other words.
Pardon me?
No other of those, no.
All right, so regarding what council is objecting to, the audio portion of those 3 Snapchats, I agree with it. On a 403 analysis, take it out. So how long did these run?
Those would take about 10 minutes, and then the state would be intending to publish the 300 photos that we previously identified and showed.
Show the council 300 photos?
Yes, they are the ones that we've previously shown. And so in terms of, to make it clear which ones are published for the records, you can put this in to explain the thumbnails and then identify them as by the image number on that, as opposed to putting the entire file name for each image in.
These are the exceptions from.
State 64,
Which is
with his cell phone.
research. And this is for the purpose of establishing that.
It's his phone.
These are the ones that we want. Okay.
You can call those if you want to look at
The actual photos themselves.
well, sorry, what you before. So,
All right, they're still going through fucking arguing over Snapchat. So I'll hit some of these chats. Jonathan Hogu goes, because of Fed Reacts last night, I was able to break down what RICO Act was and Rudy Giuliani's use of the RICO Act to bring down the mafia. This channel is 100% edutainment at its finest. Thank you so much, Jonathan. I appreciate that so much, man. You guys don't understand. Like I said before, this channel, I'll keep it 1,000 with y'all. I want to be all the way honest with y'all. This channel takes away a lot of time and a lot of resources, and it doesn't really make any money like that. But like I told y'all before, the purpose of the channel isn't to make money. And to be honest with you guys, I'm going to be all the way honest. A big reason, guys, why I work so hard to invest in real estate and to make sure I make money passively is so that I could do this shit, not caring about money. That, my friends, is the key. I want to give you guys value. If I get paid in the process, awesome, but that's not the main priority. And I quickly realized with this channel that it takes a lot of research and a lot of time without necessarily making as much money, but I don't give a fuck about none of that because of comments like that, where you guys are able to go to your friends, go to your peers, go to your family members. Hell, use it to get a job in law enforcement or whatever it may be. Maybe this might stimulate you to get into law or something. Like, that is where I get my pleasure from. You know what I mean? So I invest so hard in passive real estate so that I could do what the fuck I want to do on YouTube and Rumble and everywhere else. So, okay, real quick. It looks like we got some chat story stuff here. Let's go back to it and I'll talk to you about this.
Important to guard what you post on social media platforms because it can and will be used in trials and hearings going forward in cases that you may have.
That's a good point. Let's take a break, and we're going to talk more about this, maybe with Terry Austin, our boots on the ground, who can give us an indication about what's happening, and also what was the significance of that surveillance footage we were seeing earlier. So stay with us. We'll be back.
The significance of it was to disprove YNW Portland's story. See, this is what I mean, guys. Like, this channel's cool and all, but it's extremely obvious none of these guys studied the case prior to doing this live coverage. Very obvious. All right, they're still arguing over Snapchat. So we'll go back to this. So yeah, man, that's what it is, man. So that, like I said, make passive income, guys, so that you do what you want to do. That's why I can jump on Sneeko stream with a white hood on and not give a fuck what everyone on YouTube thinks, because at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody says. That shit was funny. You know, I make fun of all races. If y'all want, go watch Rumble yesterday. Y'all see what I was doing. I'm not gonna say it here. All I'm gonna say is them boys. If y'all watched, if y'all saw, y'all saw. If you know, you know. You know, Okay, that's it right there. That's the only tip I'll give y'all. Anyway, but yeah, bro, like everyone is so soft. When I saw all the channels reacted to me like literally like butthurt as fuck, like, oh, this is so racist. This is so fucked up. Like, bro, like this isn't even funny. This is like racist. And I'm just like, you fucking virtue signaling pussy soft bitches. You guys would never, ever, ever make it through the early 2000s in the 90s, bro. You would never have been able to make it, man. Like, I got thick skin, baby. I got thick skin. Like, you know, we used to roast each other for real. All races, okay? That's why I don't see race. I'm desensitized to it. I look at the person. I look at their character. I don't give a fuck where they're from. My best friend in college was one of them boys. You know what I mean? Like, and we're supposed to be sworn enemies. But why? I don't give a shit what, you know, people from my part of the world think. Right? In my part of the world, they hate them boys, right? But I don't care. Y'all saw my story last time I talked about it. I would have got destroyed by 6 dudes getting jumped if that dude did not jump in. So I don't give a shit about race, bro. I'm the least, you know what's funny? I'm the least racist person there is because I make fun of everybody equally. I'm the least racist. But the thing is that I'm so not racist that I don't give a fuck if people do say I'm racist. That's why I do the crazy shit that I do. That's why I wear the hats that I wear. That's why I wear the hoods that I wear, I guess. You know? I do what the fuck I want to do, man. That's why I got these investment properties. That's why I invested in the real estate, so I could give y'all the real Myron gains, baby. Stop the cap. I just accidentally hit the stop the cap button. But yeah, I want to give y'all the real deal, man. So obviously I can't go full Myron on YouTube. But you know, on Rumble, it's another story, my friends. It's another story. All right. Do they got this? Oh no, it's still fucking this bullshit still going on. All right. It's my personality. Hey, I heard something a few days ago about Biden is being impeached. Can you look into it? Sure. Jesse goes, do you fast throughout the day? No, but I control my calories. Melly should have had Jose Baez try again, Myron. Okay. Myron spewing out factoids. I got you, man. I think that was on my rant. Thoughts on the Ronald Burgos case in Laredo, Texas? BP officer killed his son and mistress. The details have been insane. Y'all want to hear something crazy? One of my best friends was actually internal affairs and was involved in that case. Good friend of mine. I keep in touch to him to this day. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I might be able to get something special for y'all on that one, man. So, stay tuned. Stay tuned. I might really be able to get something special for you guys on that one, okay? So I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna see what I could do. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got a good friend of mine that's an FBI agent. I got a good friend of mine that's an ATF agent. Obviously, I still know a bunch of HSI agents. Hell, I even know a guy, Coast Guard. He called me the other day. Like, bro, I might try to bring some agents on and have conversations with them, with you guys. But I'll keep it 1,000 with y'all. They probably won't be able to show their face. I won't be able to use their name. And we'll have to talk about cases that are like done, like closed. But I might be able to bring one of them on. I'll see if I could do it. You know, because guys, when you're on the job, bro, it's different. Like you can't talk about certain shit, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And I'm very sensitive to that. My buddy for the FBI, he actually, this is how I know he's my nigga, man. He went through his chain and asked to come on the pod, and they said, "Fuck no." He's a good friend of mine, man. He literally went to his people. It was like, yo, I'm trying to be on this podcast. They looked at that shit. They said, nope. But shout out to him for asking, though. I'm going to give him a Don DeMarco for asking. I'm going to give him a Don DeMarco for asking, man. You know, not everybody in law enforcement is dirty, guys. Like, not everybody's a fucking scumbag. Most of these guys have a family. They have kids. They're doing the job. They're good people. You know, they want to put people in jail. You know, of course, you got your corrupt people at the top, etc. But when you're talking about guys at the agent level, at the street level, man, these dudes are trying to make cases. You know what I mean? Go home to their family. It is what it is, man. The corruption's always at the top.
What is a jury doing?
They were looking at it. They were sort of leaning over. I did see a couple of them sort of saying something to the other. I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe, you know, why are we watching this? I can tell you that the audience was talking and wondering what we were looking at and why we were looking at it with no explanation. But we all just sat there and waited for it to conclude. There were a couple of times the prosecution went up to put on a second video to show what was going on in the video, just to mark it for the evidence to say this is from point 1 to point 2, but that was it. No other explanation about those videos. So it's in evidence. It's been published. The jury has it. They can take it back if they want, because now it's in evidence, but no explanation thus far.
Now, talking about a car, my understanding is the jury is going to go on this. It's not like quite a site visit, right? They're not going to another location. They're going to check out this car, which is in the forensics garage of the courthouse. Walk us through that, what we can expect.
That's exactly right. It is in the forensics garage. We have requested to go down and view the car and the scene as well. I think the jury is going to have the opportunity to look at those chairs. Yesterday, we saw the chairs in the
that's crazy. They did that with the OJ case too.
Courtroom, and they were just courtroom chairs where we were trying to depict where the 4 individuals were seated in that car, driver, passenger, and the back driver, passenger. Now they're going to get an opportunity to see how large are those seats, who could have sat there, whether or not it was possible for someone in that back driver's seat to hold a gun and shoot someone next to him and shoot someone in front of him. So I think logistically, it's going to help the jury make a determination as to whether or not that's possible. I think they're also going to wonder, outside of the car, is it possible to lean in and lean over and take those same shots? So very important information for that jury to see that car.
But they have to be careful, right? They can't make their own kind of demonstration or recap of what happened. That's usually not permitted.
That's my understanding as well, Jesse. They'll just go down, they'll look at it. The judge will probably, as judges normally do, instruct them not to have any conversation, walk around, take a look for themselves, you know, see for themselves just how much room is in that car. It's right downstairs, as you said, in the building, in the garage on the first floor.
Right.
Hopefully we'll get an opportunity to go down as well.
Now, let me ask you this. We were just seeing this back and forth between the attorneys and the judge outside the presence of the jury. It was regarding, I think, evidence that prosecutors want to submit to show that this was Demon's phone. What was that about?
That's exactly right, Jesse. There's a Snapchat video, several Snapchat videos, where the prosecution wants to determine who owned that phone. Defense was saying, look, there are lots of people in that video. You can't determine it. The argument is whether or not it's relevant under 401 and whether it's prejudicial.
All
right, looks like they're back.
We're about 98% of the way there.
And just so you guys know, I just literally hit up one of my guys to see if he'd be down to have a conversation, and we could talk about the Laredo stuff. Also, we could talk about Jaime Zapata, as you guys know, is an HSI agent that was killed back in 2011. Rest in peace to him. In Mexico, my buddy that I asked was a very, very close friend of Jaime Zapata. You guys can Google him. And hopefully I could get y'all that interview, and you guys can literally like have someone like, you know, someone else that's like a legit fed, right, still on the job and shit like that. I probably won't be able to put him on camera, guys. I'll just keep it 1,000 with y'all. I might have to even distort his voice. No camera, no name. I'll have to probably distort his voice and all that. But you guys are gonna get legit like the closest to the source background and story on Jaime Zapata there ever was, because this dude was basically his best friend, bro. You know, and he's a very good friend of mine. I got some stories I could tell y'all with me and him too, man. I could tell y'all one story. All right, this shit's silent. I almost got in a fucking fist fight, guys, with some agents out of the San Antonio field office. Oh, Lord. Yo. Okay. I'm not going to talk about this case yet because I'm still got it in the pipeline to cover with you guys. Okay? But these gray hairs that you guys see here, All the gray hairs that you guys see on my head came from this case. While we wait for these guys to fucking get their shit together. Y'all like Myron stories? Random Myron Gaines stories? This case right here, man. I'm going to cover this case for y'all. I promise. You guys got my word. I'm going to cover this case for you guys. This is one of my cases that I did when I was an agent. This is probably one of the most stressful fucking cases I ever did in my life. But right here. Clone. Damn, they did it again. I had the first joint. Okay. Oh, wow. They got this. Yo, they got these pictures up. Yo. What? Oh, okay, they blurred their faces. I was about to say. Okay. Right here, guys. This case, no, not 2021. What the fuck? Niggas did it again. This right here. Man. 12/11/2015 on December 10th. 2015 at approximately wait, hold on. Okay. I'll read this, but this kind of come these dudes, okay. On December 10th, 2015, at approximately 12:30 p.m., Laredo's Border Patrol agents arrested a male attempting to smuggle illegal immigrants while using a cloned Border Patrol Tahoe. Now, here it is right here. Guys, this car. Now, you guys might be thinking like, Myron, why was this case so stressful? What are you talking about, bro? Blah, blah, blah. My friends, do you know the national security implications of an individual using a fake Border Patrol unit, right, in the United States to smuggle illegal aliens? They can smuggle in terrorists, bro. We've seen it done before. So when this case popped off, everyone and their mom was asking me, because it was the first case of its kind, guys, where a smuggling organization was using a fake Border Patrol unit, okay? And then I uncovered a print shop, a whole cartel behind it. Bro, it was a... Excuse me. I'm sorry. Dude, just thinking about that case is like giving me like the fucking like goosebumps, man. Guys, that case, I was 25 years old when that case popped off. I'll never forget. It happened on my sister's birthday. I didn't fucking like go home for days when that shit popped off. Because I remember headquarters was constantly messaging us. What's update on this? What's going on? Do you have the people in custody? How many arrests have y'all made? Bro, the case, put it this way. The case started in Laredo. I went to 3 to 4 different cities arresting people. That night, guys. That night, I was in San Antonio, Texas, and we were raiding houses, bro. Like literally hours after the fact. I was writing a search warrant with no sleep, half asleep like this, to search a mechanic junkyard. This case is gonna be crazy when I cover this one for y'all. I've been waiting to cover it because it's so extensive, it's so long. I'm gonna have to have bullet points. And guys, this case, and that's why I brought it up. The person I texted just now. All right. It's my fucking ninja. The guy just texted right now. Me and this dude basically worked the case together the whole time. The San Antonio field office, a couple of the criminals were in their area of responsibility, right? Bro, when I tell y'all, these motherfuckers didn't want to do nothing. They didn't want to help. They didn't want to do shit. They were executing search warrants late. I was doing everything. You know what? Fuck this shit. Let me stop. I'm going to literally blow a brain vessel right now if I talk about this case right now. Let me stop, guys. Let's go back to the trial. These niggas are... Bruh, what the hell are these guys doing? What the fuck are they doing here in the state of Florida? God damn. Okay.
Site visit. The visit to the car that the jury's going to see. It's
give me
at the
ones
courthouse. It's
in
in
the
this
chat.
forensic garage. What is?
Give me ones in the chat if y'all are excited to hear this Border Patrol case. Bro, I'm gonna blow a brain casket when I do it. That's another reason too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty good at controlling my emotions. That's one case, guys. I'll be honest with y'all. You guys are gonna see another. You guys are gonna see another side of Myron Gaines that y'all have never seen before when I talk about that case, guys. That case aged me. It literally aged me. It was one of the most stressful cases I've ever done because there was serious national security issues. I remember the FBI trying to come in and take that case. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ah! Bro. Oh, shit. Shit hit national news. When that shit happened, it hit national news, guys. When that shit happened. All right. Let's get back to it.
The impact that's going to be for the jury going there, this kind of field trip that they can't.
It's going to be a banger, though. I promise y'all, when I cover the Cologne Border Patrol case, y'all are going to fucking love it, bro. That was a crazy case. And you guys are going to see where I get my experience from. Like, the shit that we did that night, magical, legendary shit.
Necessarily get within a courtroom.
Well, it's huge because it's contextual, right? Because you get to see it now. Right, you get to see it. It's more than just a picture. It's more than just testimony. You actually get to physically see it. You get to compare yourself.
Real quick, let's see how you guys want to see how dumb the Melly audience is. Let's say guilty, bruh. I'll tell you this though, it's going down. I remember when I first started this shit, it was at 80%. Now it's going down slowly. A couple of y'all with me the other night, they said 75%. So I think they're starting to wake up a bit
to some of these things, right? You saw the images from the crime scene reconstructionists with the rods and stuff like that. You get to see all of that stuff yourself. So I think it's going to be massively important.
And Bridget, what do you think about it?
I agree with the doctor here. It is going to be very important. However, it is a thin line here where you have jurors who are going to this site to look at the actual car that they may be taking into account their own mind of what they think may have happened here. And so that sometimes can be a tricky situation because you don't want jurors coming up with their own analysis of what happened here. You want them to make sure they keep in mind the evidence that's being presented, and then they're taking into account what the witnesses have been talking about before, and then they're just using that to really just analyze what's going on here in person.
That's a good point. And then we were also hearing about the evidence that the prosecution wants to use to establish that was Mr. Demon's phone. But we are coming towards the conclusion of the case, the prosecution's case, one way or another. Dr. Delatorre, how confident are you in the prosecution's case? Because they've thrown a lot out there for this jury to consider that, and particularly this week, that this was a killing done on behalf of a gang, and that he staged it to look like a drive-by shooting and made sure to get out of there before his co-defendant went to the hospital. A lot for the jury to accept.
It is a lot for the jury to accept. And I think right now I'm at like 95% that he has done it. Like I said, you know, we live in a world of infinite possibilities, but we only have finite probabilities. And I think going to see this car, the pictures from the crime scene reconstructionist, I think some of the testimony from the undercover officer about gang culture, I think all of that is going to lead them to a decision that aligns more heavily with the prosecution. And we'll see what the defense has.
Yep, I agree. I agree. I'll tell you what. So before they took their recess, the attorneys and the judge, they were having arguments. We didn't get to the last little bit of them. I want to watch some of it. Let's take a look.
Counsel, you indicated, I mean, there were phones that were showed to me the last time, and I indicated those had to come out. Talked about sexually compromising positions as well as guns. All those type of photos are out.
The photos that are there would be ones that show the defendant's face, either on FaceTime calls or anything of that nature. There's no firearms that were in.
Johnson Tactical. This is why I do this channel, bro. This right here is why I do the channel. Here goes Myron. Your Fed story breakdown, specifically the whole 6ix9ine situation, got me into your videos and were the last push to get me into law enforcement. Currently working now and starting the academy soon. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Anyone else that wants to get in law enforcement, and I keep saying that I'm going to talk about this shit. I'm going to go ahead. I'm telling y'all, on a Monday, you guys got my word. I'm going to do an episode on how to get into law enforcement. Whether you want to work for the FBI, you want to work for the DEA, you want to work for any of these guys. I'm going to give y'all the fucking blueprint to get on. I'm going to give you guys so much fucking value and how to get into law enforcement. I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to be a part of the cops. They're evil. They're bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Cool. If that's how you feel about it, that's fine. But what I can tell you is everybody that I worked with was a hardworking, honest individual. I could leave tens of thousands of dollars with these people and they would never steal from me. I could put my life in these hands and they wouldn't fucking, you know what I mean, betray me. Like, again, that profession is a very honorable profession. It's a respectable profession. There's a lot of satisfaction in that profession. I know a lot of people say, fuck the cops, fuck the cops, fuck the cops. And I know a lot of people are like, yo, the FBI is corrupt, the law enforcement agencies are corrupt, etc. You guys got to remember that just because there's a couple agents that do stupid shit or whatever does not mean that the vast majority aren't good people that don't do good things. One of my good friends, FBI agent, fucking down to earth. He's a Nigerian dude, by the way, as well. Wonder where all the fucking black, you know, he ain't crying about his race, by the way, you know, brilliant fucking guy, smart as fuck, did undercover, etc. I did a big Lion King case with him. Great dude. Couple DEA guys I know, HSI guys, the boots on the ground that are doing the jobs, man. Like, these guys are honest, hardworking people, man. So I know there's a bunch of bullshit at the upper ends. You know, once you get into the SEC level, etc. Yeah, for sure, it's bullshit. But the guys that are on the boots on the ground, investigating the cases, etc. Bro, hella down to earth, hella cool. Good people. So there's nothing wrong with getting into law enforcement profession. If one of you guys want to get into it, it's a fantastic profession, especially for you young guys out there. It's going to keep you away from trouble. It's going to keep you away from bad people. It's going to keep you from doing drugs. It's going to keep you in shape. It's going to keep you in a respectable profession. You're going to make 6 figures a year. You know, helps you get girls if that's what you care about. Damn, man. I miss it, man. Like, there's not a day that fucking goes by that I'm not like, fuck. And I'm telling y'all, this is a multimillionaire. I make 10x the money now that I used to make when I was on the job. But I fucking miss that shit. Every single day I think about that shit, guys. It's such a rewarding profession, man. And if you get into the investigator positions, it's so fucking fun, man. It's so fun. And it's not even like abusing authority or anything like that, because, like, bro, you're an investigator. You're like investigating the case. You're building real probable cause to go after the guy. So by the time you actually do launch your case and go get the guy, you've already done the work to indict them. You know what I mean? So yeah. But anyway, congratulations, bro. I didn't mean to get sidetracked there, but good shit, man. And I owe you guys an episode on law enforcement. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to do it on Fed Reacts or on Fresh and Fit. I think the better way to do it to hit more impact is to do it for y'all on Fresh and Fit on a Money Monday. I think that's the move. But give me a 1 if y'all want that. If you guys honestly want that, because I didn't think like that many people want to get into law enforcement like that. So let me know. It's a respectable profession, though, guys. Don't let anybody try to fucking like tell you don't do it, blah blah blah. It's a great job, man. Oh shit, there's a lot of y'all.
Photos that showed Your Honor, it's my recollection, but the defense counsel's reviewing them again, and
I don't know if the state has any objection. I thought they had no objection to removing those.
There's no objection to removing the firearms, that some of those were left in there. They were
Sorry about that, guys.
Inadvertent on there. There was 2 that just wasn't clear that that's what it was until the defense counsel pointed it out. But as to the money and things like that, those are images that were taken on the phone. Sometimes there's 5, 6, 7, 8 shots of that particular outfit or whatever the issue may be on that, which shows that the individual has all of the photos. That it's not just the one that's posted.
All right, I'll live stream it on Fresh and Fit, and I'll live stream it on Fed Reacts as well. I'll do it for both y'all.
Posted to social media, so it's important to show that there are multiple takes to get the best one that's later posted to the social media websites.
Thanks. What's the objection regarding the money? Shots with the money?
It's not relevant.
For the same 403 grounds that the court introduced the subject of money earlier, which is to the extent that it might be off, I'm not quite sure what the court's thinking is, but to the extent that it might be off-putting to see somebody flaunting their means We think it's unnecessary. Plus, there's an as far as the 403 balance is concerned. If the court, if the state's purpose is to establish the ownership of the phone, and they're putting in 300 photos, if we take out 20 photos of marginal relevance and potential prejudice, I think the 403 balance clearly weighs in favor of exclusion. It's cumulative, and it's also cumulative and unnecessary. And that what the court has in hand and is handing back are the hard copies. The reason why we're taking so much time over there with the state is because there are some digital images that the state was unable to print, and as among those, there are fewer that we seek to exclude, but they would be for the same reason. And
okay, summary, what's going on here? Basically, the defense has some things that they're worried about in the Snapchat coming into the trial. You know, they don't want their client to look bad. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a double homicide case. They don't want the jury to have, you know, they don't want anything to be unduly suggestive towards their client. So they're obviously being very careful about this.
One is posted to social media. This is to be able to make an argument later on.
So they're basically going back and forth arguing. This is very similar, guys, if you remember, to when we had that the medical examiner come in and they were fighting to get certain pictures in and out, blah, blah, blah. This is exactly what's happening, but now they're doing it for Snapchat.
That, in that array of photographs there, the total photographs with cash is 20 or so approximately, where it's flaunting the funds, and more than enough to establish the point that you're trying to establish.
So in addition to that, there's been no testimony that's legal money. In terms of that, there is movie and prop money that's referenced in other places in the phone. For example, there are notes in the phone in which the defendant has a list, wish list of things where he says he needs fake money to do a video shoot on that. So
just so you guys know, when they go to lunch, I'll probably go to sleep because we got Scott Ritter later tonight. I'll stay on with y'all, but I got to be rested for that interview because it's going to be a really good one. If you guys don't know who Scott Ritter is, it's going to be a great interview. It's going to be a really high. All you guys that want high IQ interviews, y'all better tune in tonight. I think we're going to do it around 8:30 or 9 p.m. But get your questions in because after they take recess for lunch, I'm going to answer y'all questions before I go. So any questions you guys got, super chat them in now. Don't worry, I'll answer every single one before I get off air.
I don't think there's any undue prejudice on that, saying that there's any sort of financial means.
Hey, anything else?
No.
I don't think it's necessary, so sustain the objection.
Okay, so we'll go through and then create a new selection of those photos with defense, and that way we can get that forward to the ladies and gentlemen jury.
And how long is that going to take?
About 45 minutes.
So I'm going to bring the jury in now, send them to lunch, tell them to come back at 1:15. Did I give you enough time?
Yes.
All right, so it looks like they're just gonna bring him in for lunch.
All right, bring the jury in, please.
All right, so they're gonna bring them in and then let them know, hey, this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna go to lunch. So let's go ahead and answer some of these questions, guys. Yeah, this first half of the trial isn't really. It's because they're trying to introduce the Snapchat shit. They finished up yesterday's stuff, and then now they're trying to introduce Snapchat. All right, let's see here. We got Patrick the Star. Melly's demeanor these past couple days shows an opinion that he probably did shoot them. He knows this evidence points to him. Cool, awesome. And then DK, just so you know, I hit up my buddy that actually was involved in this. I'll see if he's available. No guarantees though, because he's still on the job, guys. So you know how it is. Great breakdown, bro. One of the best YouTube channels, hands down. Would be dope if you and the chat stream, my new song for Breeze. Some heat that dropped today. All right, I'll take a look at it, man. But if it's trash, bro, I ain't streaming. Can you break down the body cam footage from the cop in Allen, Texas who took down the mass assault shooter? I'd like to see a breakdown. Actually, I did see it. It was fucking crazy. I did think about breaking that down. I got to figure out how I'm going to do it though, without like getting completely destroyed. Because like, once I start bringing in like shooter breakdowns, bro, I just got my channel. Okay, just so you guys know, YouTube has like a trust system, right? my trust was really low because I think my intro, remember, if you guys remember my old intro had explosions in it and shit. Well, apparently that used to flag YouTube and it used to always make my videos hit yellow. Now, again, I don't give a shit about it hitting yellow for a purpose of actual money. No, I want it to be able to get reach. Unfortunately, on YouTube, your video doesn't get that kind of reach unless you're monetized to the highest degree, because then they can sell your video to more ads, if that makes sense to you. So that's the only thing. I got to find out how I'm going to do shooter reactions. I'm going to reach out to maybe to a buddy that does it and see how they do it. But I already know that it's very tricky. Watch while working overtime. Let's get it, gang. Absolutely. This is from Captain Bumlin. Oh, shit, I didn't Google Natural Guardians. Let me look that up while I Natural Guardians, Florida. Oh, bro. Okay, yo, Captain, we literally just did a video on this today. Bro, hold on, I'm gonna link it for you. Dude, we literally brought lawyers in that is coming, that we talked about this specific law. Bro, okay, I didn't know that's what's the statute is called. Dude, it's right, man. I'm gonna link it for you guys right now. Bro, y'all need to watch if you don't watch our Daytime Fresh and Fit show, guys, y'all need to watch it, man. The information that was dropped on this podcast in particular, for any of you guys that's about to have a kid, has had a kid or whatever, yo, this is life-saving information. Let me drop this for y'all real quick, man. Yo, I literally just dropped the video on this. So if he's in the chat, someone let him know that we dropped the video on it, and I just dropped it in the chat for y'all. Go watch that. Yo, if you're about to have a kid, please watch that video, bro. If you think you're gonna have a kid, please watch that video. If you have a kid with a woman, watch that video. If you have any inkling it might not be yours, bro, it's a whole podcast on paternity. Watch that shit, man. Literally watching that video can save you millions of dollars over a lifetime. I'm telling y'all, man. What's up, Pataya? Cage match, Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg. Who do you pick, Myron? Winner fights Jeff Bezos. Bro, Zuckerberg's been training, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Even though, he's one of them boys, he's been training. Stanley Frederic. Hey, Myron, if YNW Melly gets convicted, he's gonna be the third rapper on death row since Cool C and Lil Boozy. Yeah, it's crazy. But Boozy beat it. Thoughts on the 1718 bill? How will that affect immigrants that want to travel to Florida in the process of becoming a resident? Never heard of it, but Florida is not a sanctuary state. Detective Low IQ, Low Hold Your L. That's from Ms. Booty Boop. Thank you so much, Ms. Betty Boop. Slippery Beats goes, yo, Myron, bring Darius M on the pod or Kwame Brown. You know what? I did reach out to Darius M before. I don't think he checks his Instagram. I'll find a way to reach out to him. I'll find a way to reach out to him because I think he would do the pod if we hit him up. And he has a common enemy, if you guys know what I'm saying, with fucking anus and reach. Stupid. They say they're kings and queens and at the same time call themselves victims and minorities. SMH, I never claim that crap. Fair enough. Where we at here? Adrian Hernandez goes, Myron on fire. Got you, bro. Shout out to Mexico. Only in Black American culture we defend the crimes, this is from Warren, of each other and not hold each other accountable. And these same people wonder why we don't get taken seriously nowadays. Yeah, bro. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because, let's see, you look like you're black yourself. If guys like me and you criticize our community, they're gonna say that we're coons and we're losers and we're racist and we're self-hating and your mama's black and all this other bullshit. But okay, let's say we don't say anything. And a white person criticizes them. Oh, you're racist. You can't comment on black affairs because you ain't black. So who could criticize y'all? Who? If we can't even do it and y'all are going to call us racist and coons and all this other bullshit, the white people ain't going to do it. We know that. They're going to get fucking, the woke mob is going to come after them. So it's bro, it's literally craziness. It's craziness, bro. W. Myron, I'm from Dominican Republic. I came to the States 8 years ago. I learned the language and about to earn my master's as a social worker. Shout out to you, my friend. And yo, Warren, also the other thing too, like I said before, bro, this is one of the biggest things I noticed once I increased my my income bracket is that race doesn't matter once you hit a certain level, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you guys. Once you make mid six figures above, you got a respectable title. You a doctor, you a lawyer, you're one of these professions that commands respect no matter where the fuck you go, right? Nobody cares about race, bro. Nobody cares about race at all. I'd argue it actually is to your benefit if you're a minority in them circles and you made it out. They're going to treat you even fucking better contrary to what people say about you being treated poorly as being a black man in America. Bro, if I walk into a room and it's all Caucasians and I'm the only black dude and I have money just like them, bro, they're gonna respect the fuck out of me, man. So it's actually to the contrary if you make it out of the rat race. W. Myron, love your channel. Been watching for a month. This is the best true crime channel. It is, bro. I'm telling y'all. Myron is always spitting big brother to a lot of us. Wish we had much love. Love, dog. Yeah, I got you, bro. That's why I'm trying to keep. My brother's 21, man. I'm trying to keep him from being blue pilled. Hi, Myron. I'm getting into real estate investing and wonder if you know of Nate Barber and his investing method. Burr is what he means. I'm just kidding. If so, what are your thoughts? Burr's fantastic. If you like, that stands for buy, rehab, refinance. It's a good way to go, but just understand that Burr is a costly process, right? And you're gonna need to know what you're doing. If I'm gonna keep it you're gonna need to know what the hell you're doing, bro. Like, we have, you know what? I think I've done episodes on Burr. Watch our episode. We had one of the guys from Bigger Pockets, bro. Go watch that episode on YouTube where we talk about Burr in more detail, because I'm not a Burr guy. But what I can tell you about Burr is you got to have your T's crossed and your I's dotted, because you might, once you think it's going to take you 3 months to fix a house, it's going to take 4 to 5 months. And then the extra do you have the extra money to cover that 4 to 5 months of vacancy? You know what I mean? Are you going to, if you take a hard money loan to get the house fixed, are you going to be able to pay that loan back in time to, you know, Mr. Shalom? You know what I'm saying? With high interest. Like, you know, like, you got to have all these things in place. So, I know some of y'all probably caught my high money, hard money lender joke right there. Let's see here. How long before they reach a verdict, more or less? They said this trial might last a month, bro. Jada Velasquez, $50. Thank you so much. Caesar, hey, Myron, is it possible to make a digital reenactment of the crime and use it in court? Yes, absolutely. They did that with the OJ case. Myron, especially when it's like in super gruesome. Myron, you are the man, brother never change. I got y'all, man. I grew up in the Caribbean. What is racist? Bro, shout out to my brethren over there. Bro, racism is it exists in the United States. I ain't saying it doesn't exist, guys, but it only has power if you let it have power over you. It does exist, but it's something that's like, it's like a fucking fly. It flies around the walls, blah, blah, blah. If you don't pay attention to it, it is what it is. You'll be fine. It's not like what people say. Think Portland testify? Absolutely is. If the prosecution can't prove their case, he's going to the stand, my guys. But the prosecution is probably going to leave him for last because he's a shitty witness. Myron, Arab Superman, Jose Ventura, I appreciate it, guys. Still no sleep for me. Bro, you get mad when you talk about black issues. My problem is that you let Zerko talk that dumbish. Okay, you know what? I'm glad you brought this up. Do you guys not understand? Like, I don't know if y'all caught this. Zerka is a professional troll, guys. I know that might be hard to understand, but he says shit because he knows snowflakes are going to respond and get triggered and react and give him engagement. You think if he really hated Muslims, he'd be hanging around me and Sneeko? You really think if he hated black people, he'd be hanging around with me and Fresh? Come on, guys. Come on, man. Good morning, brother. Appreciate that, Beatstar. Grindstar, you think his manager or agent, he was called off Francois on the King Von police dispatch? He the only one who was shot last name Francois. Nah, I don't think so. And a lot of people give his manager like the heat for like turning in Melly's phone. Yo, y'all gotta understand, if he didn't turn in Melly's phone, they would have arrested him, bro. And they would have got the phone anyway. They would have fucking grabbed him for obstructing justice, destroying evidence. Like, he would have went in for a few felonies. They would accessory to murder. There was no way around it. They were gonna get that phone with or without him. It would have been stupid for him to be like, I'm not giving it to y'all. Okay, show up at his house, arrest him, take the phone anyway. You know what I mean? You said the black community was peach historically, not accurate. You wouldn't be here today if we was. Was what? Peach? Was ass? I don't know. Whatever, bro. Anyway. Tall entrepreneur. That's fine, bro. We could agree to disagree. I know you're a supporter of the channel and everything else like that, but that's one thing I'm not going to bend the knee on. Like, I refuse to like sit there and say I'm a victim because of my skin color. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. And I think honestly, all of y'all shouldn't do it either, because when you're giving yourself like an excuse, kind of, right? Like, you might not even go around and say, I'm being, discriminated against because of my skin color. You might not, will never say it. You might work really hard and just put your nose down and not care. But if you have that in the back of your mind that, it could be that I didn't get what I wanted because I was black. If you even have that in the back of your mind, what's going to happen is it's going to change your perception of things. Things that were literally probably done because of your success, or more importantly, your inadequacy. For example, you don't get the job. Maybe it was you just fucking suck. But you have that little plant in the back of your mind, that victim mindset, like, nah, it's because I'm black. And it will allow you to feel better about your inadequacy. And what I'm telling y'all is, don't have those training wheels ever. Always ride the bike with 0 training wheels. If you fall down, look at that fucking scab, peel it off, get back on the bike and keep going. But if I tell y'all racism is there, and you believe it to any degree, well, guess what? You're never going to fall off the bike and learn how to peel the fucking scab off, because you're always going to have those training wheels keeping you from accepting accountability. Clip that part and send it to all your victim mindset friends, guys. So, entrepreneur and big tech doing boring product strategy work, making 165 to 175K. I'm 31, always looking at jobs with law enforcement. Where do I suggest I look to try and match my money? Bro, 165, 175, you ain't gonna match that in law enforcement, bro. You ain't. That's pretty almost how much a congressman makes, and you can't make more than a congressman. So if your only goal is money, don't go in law enforcement. Like law enforcement, not a gig that you go for the money at all, because you're going to be working long hours. It's going to be tough, and there's plenty of other jobs that you can make way more money, that are way safer, that spend way less time. Keep grinding and inspiring, my brother. I'm curious on how this will affect hip hop as a whole. Yeah. I'm watching that after this live. Good shit. I'm glad you got the message, bro. Please go watch that. A lot of sauce in there. The timestamps are there too, so you can bounce around. Chemo ENT, thoughts on the Adam situation, letting his wife do OF content with guys recently after a month into their marriage? Look, man. I know Adam personally. I text Adam, and out of respect for him, I'm not gonna say anything about him and his girl's relationship. That's just how it is. And I know people say all the time, you don't know anyone, any loyalty, and we can use the whole ABBA method. I collabed with you once, bro. But nah, I'm just not gonna comment on it. I made the joke earlier with No Jumper, but I wasn't necessarily referring to Adam. I was referring to some other people that he may or may not have worked. Well, actually, now I think about it, they're not even over there they're not even over there with Adam anymore. I was thinking of like 2 or 3 particular guys, but they're not even with Adam anymore. So never mind. Disregard that. But anyway, I digress. Nah, man, I'm just not. Like, Adam is cool people, man. People can say what they want, but I get along with the guy, and I'm not gonna bash his relationship. Like, bruh, like, no. Like, and here's the other thing too. I hate when like some shit happens, right? Some controversial shit happens, and everyone wants to pile on and have an opinion and like shit on you. Like, I can't do that, especially when I worked with him before. You know what I mean? Like I've hung out with him. He came to Miami to do a podcast with us. He never comes to Miami. Like, bro, like, nah, man. I just can't, bro. It's not my place. If it was someone else, I'd comment on it. But out of respect for him, because I know the man personally, I've shook his hand, I've looked him in the eye, I've been in his establishment, I've been to his business. Out of respect for him, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to shit on him. Alus Mac became a YouTube member. Yeah, shout out to you, my friend. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, man. I think we're gonna have a break here with this thing. Don't forget to like the video, man. I wish we could have done some more trial breakdown, but they kept taking fucking recess, bro. State of Florida's out. But we're gonna have Scott Ritter back on tonight at 8:30, guys. Love y'all. Tune in tonight, and yeah, man. We'll catch you guys on Fresh and Fit in a little bit. We're gonna talk geopolitics, Russia-Ukraine war, potentially done, boys, foreign policy, all that good stuff. You guys like that type of shit? It's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be a super high IQ conversation. Later, guys. Love y'all. Peace. Gonna give y'all this intro. Short. Hope you guys like it.
I'm a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, okay, guys? HSI.
This is what Fed Reacts covers.
Defendant Jeffrey Williams, an associate of YSL, did commit the felony. So here's what 6ix9ine actually got. Racketeer conspiracy. This attack shifted the whole U.S. government. This guy got arrested, espionage, okay, trading secrets with the Russian John Wayne Gacy, a.k.a. the Killer Clown, okay, one of the most prolific serial killers of all time, killed 33 people. Zodiac Killer.